Good afternoon and happy Thursday, everybody. Welcome to Nischwitz Stadium here on the campus of Wright State University. We have Wright State baseball for you this afternoon. I'm Parker Testa, joined here to my right by Shea, Neal. Wright State comes into this one today with a 2-8 record, wins against Virginia Tech, and last time out beating the Dayton Flyers 14-0 here at Nischwitz Stadium. They welcome the Indiana State Sycamores to Nischwitz this afternoon. Indiana State comes in with a 6-4 record with wins against BYU and Michigan. The Sycamores average 8.3 runs per game and rank 28th in the country in batting average of 3.314. Shea, we've had a unexpected change to the lineup today. Instead of the presumptive starter Matt Jasek, it will be the right-handed senior, Jake Ridgway.
It will, and we'll let you know a little bit more about Ridgway here in just a minute. But first of all, I'd like to thank the Wright State Athletic Department for allowing us to be out here today. I mean, this is awesome. We're inside an air-conditioned booth. I mean, this is about as good as it gets, Parker. I mean, both of us love baseball, played baseball a little bit growing up, and this is not even a job at this point. This is us just hanging out at Nischwitz, getting to watch some baseball, and just talking with some friends over the air. So this is a great time here today. But something I want to highlight, Parker, is how good the Wright State Raiders have been at home, not just in the Alex Sogard era, but in the previous eras of Jeff Mercer and, of course, some of the other coaches as well. They won 21 of their 22 home games last year. That's 95% winning percentage at home. That's the best in Division I.
Yeah.
And since 2014, Parker, they're 147-26 inside Nischwitz Stadium. You heard that right. They're 121 games over 500 at home in the last 8 seasons. Indiana State's a very good baseball team that scores at a very high level. This is going to be a tough weekend series for the Raiders, but nobody likes coming to Nischwitz, that's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. The very tough place to play here is Nischwitz Stadium. This is a first of a 3-game series this weekend. The second game will be tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Of course, we will have live coverage on WWSU 106.9 FM for that as well. And the third game of the series will be Sunday afternoon at 3 p.m. 1 p.m. is the start.
The schedule's been kind of all over the place for this series, but obviously we're dodging some weather, so it's been kind of up and down. Tomorrow was supposed to be at 3, now it's at 11. They canceled the game Saturday, so it's been up and down, but we're excited. We're excited to get some baseball in for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what we have to deal with Ohio in March here. But starting pitchers today for these both of these teams for the Wright State Raiders, it will be number 5, the junior Aaron Ernst, right-handed pitcher from Carmel, Indiana. 6'3", 205-pound righty with a fastball, changeup, curveball combination. Fastball sits about 87 to 90 miles an hour, topping out about 91, 92. Curve and the change both sit in the mid-70s, and he's dealt with injuries in the majority of his Wright State career. He spent his first 2 seasons at UD.
Yeah, absolutely. And Aaron's coming off some injuries, like you mentioned. Not a great start to the year. I'm sure he would have liked a better start to the season. But a key for Aaron, he does not overpower people with his stuff, and he's only a 3-pitch pitcher. So this is a guy that needs to get ahead in the count, needs to paint the corners, needs to get that changeup down, needs to get that curveball down, really use that fastball to get ahead in the counts and then get guys to chase the off-speed. So we'll see if Aaron can bounce back today. He's going to be going up against a great lineup, but Aaron Ernst has a ton of talent, obviously. Alex Sogard believes in him as their number 1 starter.
And for the Indiana State Sycamores, it is the senior number 35, right-hander Jake Ridgway.
Yeah, and Ridgway, like we mentioned, we just found out Ridgway was starting about 15 minutes ago, but Jake Ridgway spent his 4-year career at Indiana State in the bullpen. He's made 50 appearances. He's been very solid over his career, an ERA of about 4.3. Has pitched 6 2/3 out of the bullpen this year. This is a guy that features a fastball, slider, changeup, pretty basic mix of pitches. But he's worked hard out of the bullpen the last couple of years, and they're going to give him a chance to start here today, and we'll see what the senior from Illinois has to offer here today for the Sycamores.
Well, the bats are heating up for the Wright State Raiders. They've averaged 7.25 runs over the last 4 games, highlighted by 11 runs against Virginia Tech and a 14-run output against Dayton.
Absolutely.
Justin McConnell, Garrick Anglin, and Andrew Patrick have batted above 400 in that span.
Yeah, and Garrick Anglin is a guy that I really wanted to highlight here today. He's a junior hitting .313, 4 home runs, 3 stolen bases, Parker. This guy is one of the most important players in this lineup. We'll see him today hitting fifth in that 5-hole at second base. But he leads the Raiders in home runs, RBIs, runs scored, stolen bases, and OPS. He's a huge piece for Alex Sogard, and he's also homered in 3 of his last 5 games, so he's coming into the series red hot.
Absolutely. And for the starting lineup for Indiana State, it'll be the shortstop Jordan Schaefer, the senior, batting .333 on the season, followed by number 27, the infielder. It'll be Parker Stinson, the sophomore, batting .310 on the season in 7 games played. At second base, number 2, the right-hander Josue Urdaneta, batting .435 this season in 10 games. Followed by hitting cleanup, it'll be the first baseman, number 11, sophomore, batting .324 on the season, Diego Hines. And batting the 5th hole, the right fielder, number 20, the senior, Sean Ross, batting .407 on the season. In the 6th hole, at third base, number 8, the freshman, batting .269 on the season in 8 games played, Randall Diaz. In the designated hitter slot, batting 7th, number 7, the left-hander. Left-hander played 4 games this season, batting .500, Isaiah Thompson. In the 8th hole, it's the catcher, batting .344 on the season, number 5, the sophomore, Grant McGill. And rounding out the lineup for Indiana State, it'll be the junior, batting .273 on the season, center fielder Seth Gurgley.
Yeah, and for the Indiana State Sycamores, a couple players to keep your eye on. Parker, it's really that 3-4-5 that can beat you with this team. Josue Urdaneta leads the Sycamores with a .435 average, 20 hits on the season. This is an extreme contact hitter, Parker. He's not going to draw a lot of walks, but he's not going to strike out a lot either. This is a guy that reminds me a lot of a former Red, since I'm a Reds fan, but Jose Peraza. This guy he finds a way to put the ball in play. Sometimes it works out for him, sometimes it doesn't. But, ever since you're in youth baseball, Parker, coaches say you put the ball in play, good things tend to happen. Josue Urdaneta is one of the best on this team at doing that. Sean Ross also hitting in that 5-hole today. Senior outfielder, 4 extra base hits on the season, second on the team with 9 RBIs, and Diego Hines presents some power as well in that cleanup spot. So this Indiana State team scores a lot of runs for a reason, and Aaron Ernst is going to really have to be careful with that 3-4-5 here today.
For the Wright State Raiders, their record is 2-8 on the season. It is their second home game here at Nischwitz Stadium this season after beating the Dayton Flyers 14-0 on Tuesday afternoon. Batting leadoff, number 55, the first baseman, sophomore, averaging .267 on the season in 10 games played, Julian Greenwell. Batting second, number 10, batting .326 on the season, the sophomore right fielder, Alex Sayer. Third, it will be the sophomore catcher, number 11, batting .262 on the season, Sammy Sass. In the cleanup hole, it's the big designated hitter, senior, batting .225 on the season. He is Zane Harris. In the 5-hole, it is the junior second baseman, number 28, batting .312 on the season, Garrett Anglin. In the 6th hole, it is the freshman, batting .190 on the season, freshman third baseman number 16, Luke Arnold. In the 7th hole, it will be the center fielder, number 6, sophomore, Jay Weikart. And in the 8th hole, it will be the shortstop, number 7, the junior, batting .333 on the season, Justin McConnell. And rounding out the lineup, it will be the freshman, number 23, the infielder, Andrew Patrick.
Yeah, and the Raiders obviously have 1 through 9 danger in this lineup, but Parker, a couple guys to keep your eye on here today. Garrett Anglin's red hot, and we talked about that a little bit earlier, but I feel like you have pressure on you to be a solid baseball player from the time that you were born, Garrett, and Garrett Anglin does just that.
Yeah.
He's, like we mentioned, a junior hitting .313, 4 home runs, 3 stolen bases. He leads the Raiders in a number of categories. And also look for Alex Sayer, hitting .326, 5 walks drawn, has not shown the power yet this season, but he's an elite outfielder defensively, and he's a future MLB prospect as well. And then, of course, that 3-hole, Sammy Sass, one of the best hitters out of any mid-major in all of college baseball.
Well, we're just a few moments away from first pitch.
Do we do score predictions for baseball? We can give it a shot. Let's give it a shot. Let's see how it works.
Okay.
I think that this one goes about 4 or 5 innings of being low-scoring, Parker. I think both starters come out the gate looking pretty good, and then I think we see the offenses from these teams against the bullpens. I'm going to go with the Raiders taking the opener today, 7-6.
I like that. I like that a lot. I think the Raiders get off to a good start today. I think they win this one 8-5. Just a few moments away, folks. We're going to step away for the national anthem. When we come back, we have Raider baseball on the air for you. Stay with us right here on WWSU 106.9 FM. Good afternoon, baseball fans. Welcome back to Nischwitz Stadium here on the campus of Wright State University. We have Wright State baseball action for you today as they welcome the Indiana State Sycamores here to Nischwitz Stadium. I'm Parker Testa, joined here to my right by Shea, Neal. Just about ready to get underway from the Nish here on this beautiful Thursday, Ohio afternoon.
Yeah, really, for early March, you couldn't ask for a much better day. It's gorgeous outside. Maybe a few light jackets out there, but overall, beautiful baseball weather. The Sycamores will be in their road blues, the Raiders in the blacks. And just now joining us quickly, the starting lineups for the Sycamores. It's the shortstop Shea, left fielder Stinson, second baseman Urdaneta, first base Hines, right fielder Ross, third baseman Diaz, DH Thompson, catcher McGill, and center fielder Gurgley. And it will be Jordan Schaefer leading off the ball game as that one's outside.
Our umpires today behind the plate, we have Steve Miller. At first base, it's Dorsey Hager. And at third base, it's Michael Ingram. That one is skied into center field. He'll get down for a base hit and a leadoff single for Jordan Schaefer.
Yeah, and Aaron Ernst still trying to get his feet underneath him after coming back from that injury. 6 1/3 innings this spring. That was his 8th hit allowed, along with 9 walks. So that you'd love to see that whip go down, but we'll see what happens here. This is a tough lineup. Both teams bring a really good starting 9 to the game today. So Jordan Schaefer gets on for the Sycamores. That first pitch outside with a fastball to the left fielder Parker Stinson.
Yeah, Stinson's a great player, batting .310 on the season. He's only played 7 games, but he's just a fantastic player. He has 1 home run on the year for the Sycamores.
Fouled that one out of play, 1-1 the count. It is Ernst pitching to his battery mate Sammy Sass here today. Around the infield is Greenwell, Anglin, McConnell, and Arnold. And then the outfield is Patrick Lukehart. And in right field, Alex Sayre. That one outside just missed with the curveball off the black, 2-1. We appreciate you hanging out with us. You're home for Wright State baseball all season long. WWSU 106.9 FM as that one misses outside, 3-1. Quick turnaround for us after the men's basketball championship at the Horizon League. But, we wouldn't trade it for anything, would we, Parker?
No, absolutely not. That one from Parker Stinson's fouled back out of play. And the count is 3-2.
And Aaron Ernst really got to find a gear here, get a ground ball, get a strikeout, get a swing and a miss, because you do not want to face Jose Urdaneta with 2 guys on.
That one is low for a walk. And we have 2 runners on, nobody out here. 2 quick runners for the Sycamores.
Schaefer with a base hit to center field. Stinson draws the full count walk. And now, Parker, we talked about this is maybe the most dangerous guy in this lineup. Does not hit for a ton of power, but boy does he hit, Josue Urdaneta.
Yeah, really solid contact hitter is Urdaneta. And if Indiana State wants to score here, this is a good start. Got the single to lead off the game, and then a walk from the 2-hole. So we'll see what Urdaneta can do here. And he'll bunt. And that one it gets down. Sass throws over to first, and that makes the play is Greenwell. So runners on second and third, 1 out here in the top of the first.
And that's just a textbook play all around by both sides. Urdaneta puts down a beautiful bunt, shows he's not a selfless player, gets 2 guys up in the scoring position. And then, of course, Parker, nice play by Sammy Sass, getting out of the box quickly, fielding that ball in fair territory, making a nice throw, 1 down.
So into the box is the first baseman, number 11, Diego Hines. 1 out, top of the first, with Schaefer on third and Stinson on second. Aaron Ernst is on the hill for the Wright State Raiders today.
Sycamores are coached by Mitch Hannes in his 9th season at the helm of Indiana State.
That one's blooped down the third base line. Arnold.
And that's a great play by Luke Arnold.
We got Schaefer in a rundown. Sass tags him, and he's out.
And that's a great play by Luke Arnold there, Parker. What you're taught as a kid, you get the ball, runner on third, less than 2 outs. You look him back. He looked. The guy didn't go back, so he chases him, and they get the runner picked off. That's a great play, and then I'm sure Aaron Ernst is very happy about that as well.
So 2 down here in the top of the first for the Indiana State Sycamores. We have Hines on.
And this will be
second.
Sean Ross coming up to the plate. And Aaron Ernst, walking a tightrope here in the first inning, but just 1 out away from escaping. And that one is strike 1 on the outside corner. A nice curveball there. First pitch, if you can get that off speed over the plate for a strike, Parker, it gives Indiana State a lot of different looks. And it makes Aaron Ernst a lot more deceptive here this afternoon.
Beautiful Ohio day here at Nischwitz Stadium in Fairborn, Ohio. 49 degrees with partly cloudy skies.
Hardly any wind whatsoever, maybe 5 miles an hour blowing left to right.
Here's the 1-1. That is swung on and missed. Swung on and missed.
Beautiful curveball there again. That's 2 really, really nice off-speed pitches in this at-bat. Really getting Sean Ross, who's been one of the best hitters on this Indiana State team, off balance, and now maybe trying to go upstairs with the heat to put him away.
Here comes the pitch. That's outside. Nice save by Sass.
And he was setting up that heater, Parker. Just, let it go a little bit too late. Evens up the count 2-2. Aaron Ernst 1 pitch away from surviving a 2-1 no-out jam here in the top of the first. And a swing, ground ball to Arnold. Arnold makes the play, and the Raider gang get out of the top of the first inning unscathed.
And our score at the half inning, 1 hit for the Indiana State Sycamores in the inning, no runs. We'll step away. Raiders take the plate when we come back. Back here at Nischwitz Stadium in Fairborn, Ohio. Parker, Testa, Shea, Neal for you this afternoon from beautiful Nischwitz Stadium. No runs across in the top of the first for the Sycamores. At the plate is Julian Greenwell, and that's a strike, looking to get the bottom of the first started for us here.
Yeah, Ridgeway is going to be very easy to keep up with today. Fastball, slider, changeup. Very, simple mix of pitches, but that was a fastball nicely placed on the outside corner to get started.
Here comes the 0-1. That one is blasted into center field way back, and it's gone.
That's a barrel for Julian Greenwell. Takes it to the deepest part of the yard, and a leadoff home run for the Raider gang. Nicely done by Julian Greenwell. 3rd in Division I and hit by pitches, but Parker, he hit that pitch.
So the Raiders strike first here in the afternoon on a solo shot to dead center field for Julian Greenwell. And the Raiders strike first.
Nice start for the Raider gang. Julian Greenwell, Alex Sogard wanted to try him out in the leadoff spot. He's gotten on base at a very high clip. And a nice swing there, Parker. You really heard it off the bat. That ball was tattooed.
Yes. Stepping into the plate now is Alex Sayer, the sophomore right fielder. First pitch is a strike.
And a lot of talented guys on this team, Parker, but this guy's in the discussion for most talented out of all of them. Elite defender, great athlete, and a really, really good hitter to all parts of the field.
Here's the 0-1 to Sayer. That one is blooped down the line to the shortstop. Tough play, and he won't be able to make it.
We'll see how they score that. I think it'll be a base hit. That's a tough play for the shortstop. Kind of think it looked like he bobbled it on the transfer, but I think Sayer was going to make that a tough play regardless. And they will call it a hit.
So 2 quick hits, 1 a home run, 1 a bloop single. Home run by Greenwell, and a blooper down the third base line for Sayer. Now stepping into the box is the sophomore catcher, Sammy Sass. And the first pitch to Sass from Ridgeway.
Sass homered in the season opener against Georgia Tech. That's his only home run of the season.
Pickoff attempt is false for Ridgeway as Sayer's able to get back.
False. That's a new one. I like that. Well played. Ridgeway working out of the stretch. He has been working out of the stretch for the 3 batters he's faced today. That one outside. That one gets away.
It's away from the catcher, and Sayer will move up to second base.
I think that's going to be a passed ball, Parker. I mean, that one looked like, it didn't look like it was in the dirt at all. It just looks like it got by the catcher, Grant McGill.
So no outs. Bottom of the first. Wright State leads 1-0. Sammy Sass at the plate. Leadoff home run by Julian Greenwell. Alex Sayer standing on second base. 1-0 count for Sammy Sass.
And facing a team with the talent offensively that Indiana State has, this is a big opportunity for the Raiders.
That's a strike. It'll be a 1-1 count.
To jump out to a nice lead. Greenwell did a great job getting a good swing to start the game, and now Sarah and Sass with a chance to really set up the heart of this order with Harris, Anglin, and Arnold.
1-1 count for Sammy Sass. Ridgway takes a look at Sayer on second. Here's the pitch. That's foul down the third base line.
That's a great fastball. A little bit of sinking action on that pitch, Parker. Ended up down and in right at the knees of Sammy Sass, and all he could do was chop that one to the Indiana State dugout.
A 1-2 count for the catcher, Sammy Sass. And it'll be...
Look for a slider here, Parker. I think he's going to try and get Sass to go fishing down and away.
Ridgway takes a look at Sayer on second. That's a pitch, ball outside, and it's a 2-2 count for Sammy Sass.
He actually tried to backdoor a fastball there. Nearly did it. That did not miss by much. Great eye by Sammy Sass.
A great job by the catcher, Grant McGill. 2-2 count, bottom of one here at Nischwitz Stadium. Parker, Testa, Shea, Neal, thank you for joining us. Ridgway, that one is poked down the line. Fair ball into left field. Sayer will come around to score. Sass moves to second base, and he has an RBI double. Raiders lead 2-0, bottom of one.
And this is a great start for Wright State. I was just about to say Alex Sayer, probably with Sammy Sass at the plate, would not be put in motion on a 2-2 count, but he does have the speed to do it. But Sammy Sass, of course, an elite hitter, delivers an RBI double. And Wright State has had three batters go to the plate, and all three of them have now reached scoring position.
So we'll have a mound visit. Grant McGill goes out to speak with Jake Ridgway after allowing 2 runs early in this one. You have a leadoff home run by Julian Greenwell.
And now, Parker, the guy stepping into the plate right here, of course, you have Sass, you have Sayre, you have Anglin, a lot of guys in this lineup that are capable of hitting the ball over the wall. I think not just because he's 6'5" and 250. I think this is probably the Raiders' biggest power threat, Zane Harris, the DH.
Yeah, this is Harris, the senior designated hitter. He bats left-handed, throws right-handed, does Zane Harris.
He has 9 hits this season, 5 of them extra base hits, 3 doubles, 2 home runs.
First pitch to Sayer, low and away for ball 1. And so if you're just now joining us, bottom of the first inning here at Nischwitz Stadium, Julian Greenwell leads off with a home run. Alex Sayer gets on with a fielder's choice. Actually, it was a hit. And Sammy Sass with a RBI double down the left field line, no out, 2-0. And that'll be another ball to Zane Harris.
Good eye here by the Raiders early on in this one. Good eye by Nick Phillips up here in the booth.
2-0 count to Zane Harris. And that is swung on and missed, 2-1.
Nice changeup. Zane Harris expecting fastball there. He swung like he was getting a fastball there and just changing speed just a little bit. Fastball changeup, Parker, one of my favorite ways to manipulate hitters. It's comes out of the hand the exact same way, just about a 10-mile-an-hour difference, and you see what it can do there if done right.
2-1 count to Zane Harris. Raiders lead 2-0, bottom of 1. Sammy Sass on second base. That one is popped into left field. Under it to make the play is Parker Stinson. He'll get it in, and then Sass is safe at third base. So
aggressive base running there by the Raiders. I was a little surprised to see Sass go there. Just barely got in ahead of the throw of Stinson, but it's funny to say it did look like Zane Harris popped that off the bat, and it nearly got to the warning track. That just shows you what kind of pop this guy has, almost hitting it to the track in opposite field.
Into the box now for Wright State is the 5-hole hitter, the junior second baseman, Garrick Anglin.
Of course, we mentioned Coach Matt Hannis of the Indiana State Sycamores still looking for, to finish out that rotation here. Parker, Jake Ridgway got the opportunity today, and he'll try to work out of this already 2-run hole.
First pitch to Greenwell, swung on and missed, 0-1.
Anglin leads the team in home runs, leads the team in runs scored, OPS, stolen bases. This guy can do it all, and he's also a very solid defender at second base.
0-1 count for Anglin. Outside, ball 1, and we have a 1-1 count with 1 out in the bottom of the first.
Jake Ridgway trying to live on those corners here early on, looking for fastballs in and away. Does not overpower you with your stuff. But he's going to really have to find those corners here today, Parker, if he's going to be successful, because these Raiders can barrel him up if left out over the plate.
1-1 count is outside. 2-1 to the junior second baseman, Garen Gaglin.
It's a new season of Raider baseball here at Nischwitz Stadium, and we cannot thank you enough for joining us here on this Thursday afternoon. We'll be with you all weekend, Thursday, Friday, Sunday, for this 3-game set with the Sycamores.
2-1 count to Anglin is popped up in just past shortstop. Under it to make the play is the shortstop, Parker Stinson. 2 outs, throw into the catcher, and Sass will stay at third base.
Yeah, and that's a bluff there. You see that more and more now in baseball, Parker. You have really nothing to lose. But after challenging Stinson on that previous at-bat, I'm sure Sammy was really hoping to go there, but nice throw by Stinson. Pretty on target there, and now it'll have to be a 2-out hit from the freshman Luke Arnold to try and get that third run.
Third baseman Luke Arnold steps into the box. 9 games played in, 7 starts for the freshman third baseman.
And Parker, not talked about enough here in this first inning is what this does to Aaron Ernst. I think this takes a huge weight off the shoulders of Aaron Ernst, a guy that's trying to work back from some injuries, find his stuff again, getting out to a nice lead early on against a really good baseball team. I'm sure that makes him feel just so much better.
First pitch to Arnold was low and away, ball 1. 2 outs, bottom of the first. 2 runs in for the Wright State Raiders. Sammy Sass on third base. Here's the 1-0 count. That one's popped in the center field. May that get down? No, it won't. The second baseman, Josue Urdaneta, will make the play. And we have reached the end of the first inning. Raiders lead 2-0 here at Nischwitz Stadium. Stay with us on WWSU 106.9.
Third baseman Randall Diaz steps into the box for the Sycamores, swing and a miss at the first pitch, and that second pitch sneaks under the glove of Greenwell and into shallow right field, and the Sycamores for the second straight inning have a leadoff base runner against Aaron Ernst. I'm Shea, Neal, Parker Testa alongside with me here this afternoon. Excited to bring you Raider baseball from Nischwitz Stadium all season long here on WWSU 106.9 FM. And now this will be the designated hitter, Isaiah Thompson, true freshman, Parker. Only has 4 at-bats on the year, but 2 hits and a double, so they like this guy a lot as he takes one outside.
Yeah, that's a good pitch from Ernst right there. Tried to paint the corner, just couldn't get just quite enough of it. An early 1-0 count here.
Ridgway threw 19 pitches in that first inning. Ernst threw 14. He's now thrown his 4th pitch here in inning number 2, as that's a strike. Nice slider there from Aaron Ernst. Actually, I believe that was the changeup, but painted the bottom of the zone beautifully. And you'd love a ground ball here if you're Aaron.
Yeah, get a double play opportunity here. I think that's why he's pitching low in the zone, trying to keep things low and get a ground ball.
Thompson will be followed by the catcher Grant McGill, and then the center fielder Seth Gurgley. Sycamores trail 2-0 after a leadoff home run from Julian Greenwell and an RBI double from Sammy Sass, as that pitch just missed inside, 3-1.
Yeah, and I think Ernst is trying to work out some early game jitters here. Just doesn't quite have the control we normally see him have.
Well, they always say the best time to get to a starter is in that first inning while he's still trying to figure things out. The Raiders were able to do it. Sycamore's trying to do it as well, as that one sliced foul, but a pretty good swing on that one from Thompson.
Yeah, that one left the bat hot, too. It was quickly over the foul line. And I wouldn't be surprised to see another heater here, Shea.
Yeah, I think you just got to throw something that gets over the plate. Change up down, fastball in. See what Ernst goes to. He's going to go with a off-speed pitch that misses just up. And for the second straight inning, Sycamore started off with a single and a walk. So we'll see if Aaron Ernst can walk that tightrope again. He'll face the catcher, Grant McGill. McGill hitting .344 on the season, sophomore. 11 hits, 5 RBIs. Also very solid behind the plate. From Highlands Ranch, Colorado, went to Mountain Vista High School out there in Colorado. And Parker, so much baseball talent out there in the Denver, Colorado area.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, they have so, I mean, across the Midwest and once you get closer towards the West, I mean, there's baseball talent everywhere. You just got to know where to look for it.
Absolutely, and both of these head coaches know where to look for it. Alex Sogard, Matt Hannes, both doing great jobs with these mid-major programs. First pitch to McGill, is a strike. Fastball, bottom of the zone. Nice pitch. It will be Diaz leading off second. Isaiah Thompson off of first. 2 freshmen back-to-back reach for Indiana State. And now the sophomore. A lot of youth at the bottom of this lineup. Trying to create some runs here for Indiana State. 0-1 is lined. Anglin, nice catch, leaping. And maybe just saved Aaron Ernst from an RBI hit off the bat of Grant McGill.
Yeah, that's a great play by Anglin. A tough play, too. Had to jump pretty high right there to make that play, and a smart play to go to second base, but, Diaz able to get back.
Parker, we mentioned Garrick Anglin leading this team in so many offensive categories. He leads the team in stolen bases. He just made that play out in the field. This guy can do it all.
Yeah, absolutely.
First pitch, swing and a miss. Nice curveball from Aaron Ernst. And that's an 0-1 count on Seth Gergley, the junior center fielder, hitting .273 on the season. A defensive first player, Parker, but you always got to be careful of that 9-hole guy.
Yeah, you never know. You never know these days. Typically, you'd always think the 9-hole guy, oh, that's a tough play right there for Greenwell.
And they're going to send the runner Diaz. He will score, and Indiana State has their first run of the afternoon. It's 2-1. They'll score that an error on Greenwell. And off the bat, it looked like maybe you had a chance at 2, but unfortunately that turns into a run-scoring mistake against the Raider defense.
Yeah, it just sneaks under Greenwell's glove right there, and
Greenwell spent his first 2 years on the roster as a relief pitcher and outfielder, so he's still learning first base, Parker.
Yeah, and first base is not an easy position to play. To quote Ron Washington from Moneyball, it's incredibly hard. But
maybe we can teach one of the fans to do it.
Yeah, it's not that easy. But yeah, that's a tough play for Greenwell, and a good play there by Indiana State to get the runner in.
So now we're back to the top of the order. Schaefer, a little bleeder, is going to fall over the head of Justin McConnell. They'll move station to station, and the Sycamores have them loaded for Parker Stinson. And a little bit of tough luck here for Aaron Ernst in the second inning. Nice play by Anglin, but followed up by an error and a blue pit.
Yeah, Ernst is trying to work himself out of a jam here.
It's the beauty of baseball, Parker. You never know if you're going to show up to the yard and get lucky, unlucky. It's a game that loves and hates.
Yeah, this is a tough situation. Bases loaded, 1 out in the top of the second inning.
He will pitch out of the stretch. He seems more comfortable out of the stretch here today, and he throws a fastball on the inside corner. Nice pitch. Strike 1.
Yeah, Ernst is no stranger to playing out of jams in high school. Was a great baseball player at Carmel High School just outside of Indianapolis. That whole area known for baseball talent.
Quickly 0-2 on Stinson. Stinson drew a walk in his first at-bat, and Aaron Ernst trying to prevent that from happening again very quickly ahead. Up high with a fastball, 1-2. There's no such thing as a waste pitch in baseball anymore, Parker, but that was one to just see, will he go fishing? Will he give in with the bases loaded?
Now I think he's got his eyes set up high. I think we're going to see a breaking ball low here.
You see that quite a bit, going from high to low, and a nice curveball. Did he go? They will say he did not. He held up in time, 2-2. But I like the idea there from Aaron Ernst, and Parker Stinson just about gave up on that.
Yeah, he did. And just wasn't enough to get him all the way around, but he did bite on it. Ernst.
It's a fishing metaphor, Parker. You didn't hook him, but he did bite.
I was about to say Ernst set the bait, but he almost bit at it.
That one down and in. And we have a full count action pitch here. Bases loaded, 1 out, 2-1 Raiders lead. Aaron Ernst to Parker Stinson. 3-2 pitch. Ernst looks, gets his sign, kicks, and fires. And a chopper foul. Just behind the third base coach. Parker Stinson ran that one out there, Parker. You'll love to see that from the kids. The sophomore, they're legging it out. I did hear you. Nick Phillips giving me, a little bit of advice there for how to call that. But yeah, absolutely. I mean, Parker, that's not seen enough now in today's baseball. I mean, legging it down the line, you love to see that. And that's something that Mets fans love very much with their leadoff hitter, Brandon Nimmo.
Yeah, absolutely.
Swing and a miss on a curveball. And with the bases loaded, Stinson cannot run to first, and that's a big strikeout for Ernst, 2 down.
Yeah, he needed that too. If you can get out of this jam with only 1 run in, you consider yourself lucky here.
Absolutely, especially knowing how good your bats are. They might be able to get you a couple more.
Yeah, absolutely.
And this is going to be a tough guy to strike out. Jose Urdaneta. He bunted his first time up, first pitch swinging, fly ball, center field. Luke Hart's got it, and he makes the catch.
And that's a great job to get out of that jam by Aaron Ernst.
It sure is. And Ernst, walks that tightrope again, but limits the damage. Indiana State gets one. The Raiders have a 2-1 lead. We'll see the Raiders come to bat when Jay Lukehart leads it off right after this. Jay Lukehart leads it off for the Raiders here in the bottom of the second against Jake Ridgway.
Yeah, and Luke Hart's he's a guy that can really do it all for Alex Sogard. He can play first base. He played a little bit of first last year.
Center field.
He plays center field. He can pitch.
Yep.
He's kind of a do-it-all. He's a do-it-all guy for Coach Sogard.
He is, and him and Greenwell have kind of split time in the leadoff spot this year, but he works great at bats. He works good counts. He gets on base. He hits the ball hard. I think this could be a future leadoff hitter for Alex Sogard.
Yeah, he certainly could. As talented as Julian Greenwell is, and they lost Quincy Hamilton as their leadoff hitter, but Luke Hart can be a heck of an addition for you.
Pops up that first pitch. It is into center field. He actually got more of it than I thought he did, but the play is made out there by Seth Gergely, one down. 3:31 here in Dayton, Ohio. Hope all of you are enjoying what ended up being a pretty solid day of weather here, Parker. This is maybe you need your quarter zips, maybe you need your light jackets, but all in all, you couldn't ask for much more for a beautiful day in baseball. No. Beautiful day of baseball here in Dayton.
Yeah, no, you couldn't ask for much better. This is almost the perfect baseball weather here.
And there's absolutely nothing wrong with wearing a hoodie.
Nothing wrong with it at all.
And Show's bunt pulls back ball one to Justin McConnell. Justin McConnell from the area, Parker, went to Springboro High School. Also, a couple players from the last couple of years went to Springboro High School as well. It's a nice little market for Alex Sogard. But McConnell was at third base last year. He's made the shift to shortstop this year. And he's done a very nice job defensively. Had an error in one of the first games of the year, but since then, he's been locked down at shortstop. And that's really what you need at any baseball level, Parker, but especially in college. You need a shortstop that can make almost any play.
Yeah, absolutely. McConnell is certainly a talented guy to put in your 6 hole.
1-1 pitch is strike 2, outside corner. Jake Ridgway has done a nice job with that fastball away.
And he's also done a nice job not getting razzled after that first inning where the Raiders homered off the leadoff, an RBI double by Saz. He's done a nice job of not getting in his own head and just staying focused.
And I think that's something that Matt Hannes has noticed as well. That's something you really need to see out of a starter, Parker, is somebody that can give up a run or two and then just bounce right back. You got to have that bulldog mentality when you're on the mound.
Yeah, absolutely.
2-2 pitch as that slider missed down and away to Justin McConnell. McConnell will be followed by Andrew Patrick, the true freshman left fielder.
Patrick has tremendous talent coming into Alex Sogard's program.
Justin McConnell gets knuckled. That's a ground ball to second, and it's thrown away by Urdaneta. And Justin McConnell will reach on the E4. And that one, maybe the spin was a little weird. That did kind of knuckle Justin McConnell, Parker. It was, kind of screwballed off the bat.
Yeah, it was kind
of maybe took a weird spin on Urdaneta, but it looked like he fielded it cleanly and just threw it away.
Yeah, it looked like he kind of was a little bit of an early swing or a late swing there. It kind of rolled funky down right to the second baseman who couldn't get a handle on it and threw it away. The Raiders are in business here.
And something that surprises me here, they're playing Andrew Patrick into, shading him into right field a little bit. The center fielder's in right center, which is a little surprising to me because against UD on Tuesday night, Parker, this guy had 2 RBI doubles into the left center field gap. That left center field gap right now is gaping wide.
Yeah, this is interesting. I wonder what Coach Hannes is thinking right here. But I was a baseball coach for a brief period of time, but nowhere near as talented as
either of these guys.
These 2 head coaches today.
And time is called there by Ridgway. Runner on first, 1 out off the air by Josue Urdaneta, the second baseman for the Sycamores. So it is Justin McConnell on first and Andrew Patrick at the plate with an 0-1 count. And inside there, down and in with a changeup. Patrick started to go, but was able to hold up, and that's another thing that you really look for in hitters, Parker, the guys that have that strength in the forearms and the wrist where they can hold back. Check swings are such a huge part of baseball now.
Yeah, absolutely.
1-1 count. Ridgway working out of the stretch and throw to first, and McConnell back safely.
Yeah, and going back to check swings, it's a judgment call, and I think that's what most coaches don't like about it is, it's not a reviewable play. It's a check swing, a judgment call by the umpires, and they see things maybe differently than you do.
Yep, and every umpire sees things differently.
Absolutely.
1-1 pitch. We'll try again. McConnell goes and got a great jump, but Patrick fouls it back. And obviously, you want to give Patrick the green light. He has the talent to put, a pitch that he thinks is hittable in play. But Justin McConnell had second base stolen standing up, Parker.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's a nice call by third base coach Nate Metzger. And for those of you listening that are Raider fans or maybe parents of some of these players, Coach Metzger is one of the best there is on this staff.
Absolutely. Nate Metzger, an outstanding mind, outstanding coach, outstanding leader, actually, outstanding guy.
Yeah, former scout for the Atlanta Braves for a number of years.
Throw back to first, and McConnell back in time once again. And now I think, the speed of Justin McConnell was on the mind of Jake Ridgway here as he throws back for the second time this at-bat.
Yeah, well, going back to Coach Metzger, he's a scout for the Atlanta Braves for a number of years. He's also a big baseball card collector. Big
Absolutely.
Baseball card guy is Nate Metzger.
And Parker, if I remember correctly, as Patrick swings and misses, that will be out number 2. You had a card that Nate Metzger was extremely interested in when you first moved to Ohio.
Yeah, well, it was my dad's card. My dad has a rookie 1960 Carl Yastrzemski card that Coach Metzger was very, very fond of. Almost had a number of times where he asked if it was for sale, and I had to tell him no because who would give that up?
Right.
But, big baseball card collector is Coach Metzger.
Julian Greenwell, steps up to the plate. Runner on first, 2 outs. McConnell reached with 1 out on an E4. Greenwell homered in his first at-bat on the second pitch of the game. Got a fastball middle in. Parker, he hit it over that 400 sign in dead center, the deepest part of the park.
Yeah, absolutely. And Greenwell is like a magnet for the baseball. He's an unbelievable hitter.
McConnell goes and swipes second base. Justin McConnell. And Parker, that's the truly elite base stealers, are the ones that the pitcher knows you're going to go. They still go and they still get it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's the tough thing about being a pitcher. You're dealing with all these guys that are very speedy. They can run the base paths really well. And McConnell's is no different. He's one of the more talented guys on this roster, great infielder, and he has some speed, and is a very talented base runner as well.
That ties Justin McConnell for the team lead with 3 stolen bases on the year. He has 3 steals and 4 tries. And Greenwell skies it to right field. Playable. Who wants it? And it will be dropped in foul territory in between 3 guys. Parker, that was the second baseman, Urdaneta, the first baseman, Hines, and the right fielder, Sean Ross. And it looked like Ross had the best chance out of all of them, but that one falls harmlessly to the turf, and Greenwell gets a second chance.
Yeah, and that's got to drive Coach Hannes nuts right there. There's got to be communication. That's one of the first things that you get taught in Little League Baseball. Call for the ball right there. And when none of those guys did it, and if they did, they were all confused. That ball hits the turf, and Greenwell will get a second chance in the box on a 1-1 count.
And Greenwell's not the kind of guy that Jake Ridgway wants to get a second chance in the box right there. I'm sure Jake Ridgway is out there on the mound right now thinking, I just got this guy, and now I have to pitch to him again.
Yeah, absolutely.
Greenwell with a 1-1 count, runner on second, 2 outs. A 2-out hit here looking to give the Raiders their third run of the day. That one down and in, ball 2. Greenwell, Parker, third in D1 in hit by pitches, and that one did not miss him by much.
Yeah, he's a baseball magnet.
Derek Dietrich of Wright State, if you will.
Absolutely, and
needing an elbow guard.
Yeah, get him some protection.
Here's the 2-1 pitch to Julian. And fouls it off. Nice backdoor slider there. All really Greenwell could do was poke it foul.
Yeah, and not a lot you can do there for Greenwell. Way to make contact. It's impressive that he made contact with it.
That tells you how good of a hitter he is. A lot of people would have just swung and missed at it.
Yeah.
And like you said, that's all you can do, because if he doesn't swing, that's still a called strike because he backdoored it beautifully.
Yeah, he certainly did. Yeah.
2-2 pitch. What are you thinking here, Parker? Change up down, slider down and in, fastball up?
I think you go fastball high.
We'll see. He hit a fastball high out, and that one, did it get him?
Looks like it was past ball.
McConnell's up to third, And that one is behind him, did not hit him. So McConnell moves up to third on a wild pitch. And it will be a full count to Greenwell. Greenwell's got to be in the box right now thinking, man, what do I got to do?
Yeah. Barely misses him in the front, throws behind him in the back.
I don't know what it is about these pitchers and not liking Julian Greenwell, but there's something here. He's not even crowding the plate that much, it doesn't feel like.
He's not. He's not that close to it.
Full count pitch outside with a changeup, ball 4, and for the second time today, Julian Greenwell works his way on base in a lot less painful way.
Yeah. First time he solo homered, and then he gets a walk right there. So, Greenwell, he's a very talented player, especially at the plate. He has great plate vision, great discipline, and it shows. He hit the home run the first time to lead off the game, and he draws a walk right there.
He sure does. Alex Sayre steps into the plate, runners on the corners, 2 outs. Sayre hitting .330 on the season, Parker, but only 2 RBIs. Not showing the power that we're used to from Alex Sayre. This is a big chance to deliver a big knock for one of Wright State's best hitters.
Yeah, and if you can get a knock here, it'll score at least 1. And if Greenwell's quick enough, he may be able to get around from first, depending on where the ball's at.
Alec from Dover, Ohio. And Alex Sogard liked Alex Sayre from day one, Parker. I mean, this guy was out there starting in right field, making diving catches in the Knoxville Regional as a true freshman.
Yeah, he was. He was, absolutely. And, he's a great player. He can swing the bat really, really well, and a very talented outfielder is Sayre.
2-0 pitch here. Hitters count here. Sayre in the driver's seat. And that's a beautiful pitch on the outside corner.
That was really, really close. That one could have gone either way.
Yeah, man
in blue calls it a strike.
Pitcher might be thanking Steve Miller there on that one. I don't think Alex Sayre thought that one caught the corner, but it does. 2-1 pitch. Now on the way from Ridgeway, and he did it again. Same pitch, same spot.
Same pitch, same spot, same result.
You do it 3 times in a row?
You got to. It worked the first 2 times. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think Ridgeway goes back to the same pitch.
Well, we'll see what happens here. It's worked 2 times in a row, but Sayre is definitely talented enough to poke it into the right center field gap. Runner's off, and Sayre flies it to right. Hit pretty well on the warning track. The catch is made by Sean Ross, and the Raiders are retired. We'll go to the 3rd inning. Our score, Wright State 2. And Indiana State 1. The Raiders leave 2 stranded. Aaron Ernst makes his way back up to the mound when we come back.
Top of the 3rd inning here at Nischwitz Stadium. Wright State leads Indiana State 2-1 here on this beautiful Ohio Thursday afternoon. And into the box is number 11, and that is Diego Hines, the first baseman, batting cleanup. 3rd inning of work for Aaron Ernst.
First pitch fouled back there by Hines.
Here comes the 0-1 pitch. That's swung on and missed. 0-2.
Beautiful curveball from Aaron Ernst. Parker, something he's done, something he found in about the middle of that 2nd inning that he's done a great job of compared to the start of the game. He's working ahead of these talented hitters. Outside with a fastball, did not miss by much. That's a really good 0-2 pitch.
It is. It absolutely is. And
seems like Ernst is finding some confidence here.
He's finding his groove here. And a great time to do it here for Ernst.
That fastball fouled off by Hines. Hines on the season hitting .324, 4 doubles, 5 RBIs. Sophomore first baseman, right-handed hitter.
Here comes the 1-2. That one's poked off the end of the bat into right field. It'll get down. Sayre throws it in to McConnell.
That's just unlucky. That's a fastball off the plate. Good pitch. Not a good swing on it, and it just finds a hole, and that's baseball.
And then into the box will be the 5-hitter, number 20, right fielder Sean Ross. With no outs in the top of the 3rd. Aaron on first.
Absolutely. And Aaron Ernst has to take that last at-bat with a grain of salt. Know that he made a lot of good pitches in that at-bat, and he's just got to keep with it.
That one's popped up. Sass behind to make the play. He'll get out of play. 0-1.
Once again, Ernst ahead on a hitter. In that first inning, Parker was falling behind guys 2-0, 3-1, but since then, a lot of 0-1, a lot of 0-2. Aaron Ernst putting himself in a good position to succeed here.
Here's the 0-1 pitch from Aaron Ernst to Sean Ross. Pitch outside. And that'll be a 1-1 count.
Infield shaded left just slightly. Garrett Anglin just to the right of second base. McConnell and Arnold in their same spot at short and third. That one popped up. I think this one's going to stay in play for Greenwell.
That's it. Greenwell's under it. He makes the play. 1 out.
That's a nice pitch. That's a fastball again. Basically the same pitch he threw to Heenis. Right off the plate. Fastball, a little bit of cutting action to it, Parker, and that's a pop-up. And you'll take that all day because Ernst has really been pretty efficient with his pitch counts so far. Only 40 so far to get 7 outs.
Here's the first pitch here to Randall Diaz, the freshman third baseman.
Had a base hit his first time up, snuck through first and second.
Here's the 1-0 count, and that is a strike in the middle of the plate, 1-1.
That's a curveball that just locked him up. Ended up right bottom of the zone. Looked like at his eyeballs, ended up at his ankles. That's just absolutely beautiful.
1-1 count. 1 out here in the top of the third. Here's the pitch. That one is outside. And
great block by Sammy Sass.
2-1 count.
I think there's not much debate for which catchers had the better first 3 innings here today, and the Raiders have a really good one behind the plate.
Just got runner on base, 1 out, 2-1 count. Here's the 2-1. That one's grounded down and through into left field for a base hit for Randall Diaz. And Indiana State with runners on first and second with 1 out. We'll have Isaiah Thompson coming to the plate.
So Diaz joins Schaefer as the 2 Sycamores that are 2 for 2 here today.
And so designated hitter Isaiah Thompson steps into the plate.
Parker, a little bit of news to break here in the middle of the game, but the MLB Players Association and the owners have agreed to a deal, and we will finally have Major League Baseball.
And that is an answered prayer right there. It's another pitch poked into left field, coming around, and we're going to have bases loaded as Heenis is held up at third. So 1 out, bases loaded jam for Aaron Ernst. And into the box will be the catcher, Grant McGill.
These freshmen have done a really nice job here today in the 6 and 7 hole. Randall Diaz, Isaiah Thompson, they've reached in all 4 times that those freshmen have been up to hit today, and that really is helping this Indiana State team get very good opportunities to score.
Ernst gets the sign from Sass. First pitch here to McGill, swung on, another grounder to the shortstop throw, and that's going to be out at the first.
Nice scoop by Greenwell. Nice throw by McConnell. And, that's really the only play they had there. So Indiana State ties the game, but Raiders just probably happy to get an out on that one.
Yeah, absolutely. So 2-2 is our score here in the top of the third inning. 1 out, 1 run in for Indiana State, and the center fielder, Seth Gurley, will step up in the 9 hole.
And this is a guy you got to get. I know first base is open here, Parker, but on deck is the senior Jordan Schaefer, the shortstop. He's 2 for 2 today, and he's had 2 really good swings off of Ernst. So Ernst has got to find a gear here. Just get this guy out.
Gurley, first pitch to Gurley was a strike low. 0-1 count from Ernst to Gurley. Here's the pitch. That is another strike, painted the outside corner, 0-2 count.
That's a beautiful curveball. The curveball's been the best pitch today for Aaron Ernst. And that one perfectly put on down and away, right on the corner. And Gurley has not even lifted the bat off his shoulder yet. Now he's in a really tough hole.
Here comes the 0-2 count from Aaron Ernst. That one is poked through the midfield over the pitcher. Nice play by McConnell, and he makes the play at first base. Garrick Anglin. Nice play to end the half inning. Indiana State 1 run in the top of the third. Raiders up to bat. Coming up next here on WWSU 106.9. Bottom of the third inning, 2-2 is our score here at Nischwitz Stadium in Fairborn, Ohio. I'm Parker Testa, joined alongside by Shea, Neal, and bottom of the third inning of work for Jake Ridgway, the starter for Indiana State today. And coming to the plate is the 3-hitter, Sammy Sass, the catcher.
I'll tell you what, Parker, just my observations here in the box so far through 2.5 innings. I know Nick Phillips more as an SID here, but he's doing an outstanding job as a PA guy today. He's putting emphasis in it, energy. I mean, this is impressive. Yeah, this is good to see. He's been taking notes from Jason Doyle.
Yeah, absolutely. Taking a page out of the Jason Doyle book. First pitch to Sammy Sass outside, ball 1.
This is a big opportunity here for the Raiders. The heart of the order, Sass, Harris, and Anglin. And that one, very generous call there. Up and away, and it puts Sass in an 0-2 hole.
Yeah. Excuse me, that first pitch was not a ball. It was a strike. 0-2 count to Sammy Sass. Pitch from Ridgway to Sass. The same pitch. This time it wasn't the same result as it's a ball outside.
You know, my biggest pet peeve, Parker, in the sport of baseball is inconsistent umpires. And so far what we've seen today from Steve Miller, he's been pitcher-friendly, but he's been consistent. We'll see if he stays the same for the next 6 innings.
1-2 pitch is low for Sammy Sass. 2-2.
Raiders struck quickly with 2 in the first. Sycamores had 1 each in the second and third. We sit tied at 2 here in the bottom of the third. 2 runs, 6 hits, 1 error for the Sycamores. 2 runs, 3 hits, and 1 error on the Raiders.
2-2 count for Sammy Sass. Ridgway in his third inning of work. Pitch count at 40. Here's the 41st. That one's popped up and playable here for the third baseman Diaz, and he will make the play. 1 out in the bottom of the third.
That's a nice pitch. I think it looked like a hittable pitch from here for Sammy Sass, but just underneath it, and that's a big out there for Jake Ridgway. He's been actually, like you mentioned, Parker, in the previous inning, started off allowing 3 consecutive hits to 3 really good hitters, but since then he's really found a groove, and he's been impressive.
1 out here in the bottom of the third inning for the Wright State Raiders, as after Sammy Sass popped out to the third baseman, the DH. Zane Harris steps into the box. First pitch from Ridgway to Harris is outside. Ball 1. And for Zane Harris, what a year he had last year offensively. 1-0 count to Harris with 1 out in the bottom of the third inning. Second pitch from Ridgway is swung on, fouled back. 1-1. We're going to see. How about the catchers today, Shea? Doing a great job protecting the baseball.
They absolutely are. And a little bit of slow start for Grant McGill, but he's really picked it up. And Sammy Sass is, as solid as it gets behind the plate.
The 1-1 pitch is outside. 2-1 to Zane Harris.
Wright State went up against maybe the best catcher in all of college baseball at Georgia Tech, Kevin Parada. He's now, with 7 home runs on the season, he's about as good as it gets. But Sammy Sass not far behind.
Yeah, not at all. 2-1 pitch to Zane Harris. Swung on, fouled back. 2-2.
And, I feel like, speaking as, somebody who pitched in my playing days, which was not, anywhere near the competitive level of this, but when a big cleanup hitter like that fouls it straight back, always makes me think, okay, let's try something different. Because he's not far off.
Shea Neal, left-hander out of Bellbrook High School.
Fastball changeup combination.
There you go.
Never really had velocity, so had to be deceptive.
There you go. 2-2 to Zane Harris from Jake Ridgway. Swung on and missed, and Zane Harris strikes out.
High heat. Nicely done. Just blows it right past a good hitter.
So
2 quick outs for Jake Ridgway.
2 outs, bottom of the third inning. Raiders and Indiana State tied at 2 apiece. And into the box is going to be the second baseman, number 28, Garrick Anglin. And Nick Phillips yet again with another outstanding public address introduction right there.
He's making us look bad here today, Parker.
I know.
A man of many talents.
Here's the first pitch to Anglin outside, ball 1.
And I know he's in a good mood now that he knows his Boston Red Sox are coming back, and in his words, winning the 2022 World Series. In his words.
You heard it here. You heard it here first, folks. 1-0 pitch to Garrick Anglin is low, ball 2.
Good eye by Anglin there, working his way into a hitter's count. Ridgway got 2 quick outs, and we'll see if Anglin can work a way to get on base here. Set up the 6-hole hitter, Luke Arnold.
Jake Ridgway, it's the 50 number and pitch count today. Anglin, 2-0 count. That one skied into right field. Out of play, foul.
Parker, something I'm curious about. Jake Ridgway spent 4 seasons out of the bullpen and has been out of the bullpen earlier this season. How stretched out is he going to be today? Is he going to have a pitch count of 60, 70, 80? Can he go to 100? We'll find out.
Yeah, that's tough. You walk that line when starting a reliever out of the pen. And here is the 2-1 count. That one popped into right field out of play again. 2-2 count.
Anglin.
2 outs here in the bottom of the 3rd inning.
2 foul balls on the late side there. And we got 2 pitchers up in the bullpen down there, Parker. A lefty and a righty. We're going double barrel action down there, in the words of Matt Vasgersian.
2-2 count, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 3rd inning.
One of the best vocabulary words in baseball. Double barrel action down there in the bullpen. Strike 3 looking. Paints the corner with a fastball.
That'll do it here. We are through 3 innings here at Nischwitz Stadium. Raiders have 2 runs. Indiana State with 2 runs as well. Top of the 4th when we come back.
Top of the 4th here from Nischwitz Stadium. I'm Shea, Neal, alongside with me Parker Testa. A beautiful day in Dayton, Ohio, and Aaron Ernst quickly ahead 0-2 on Jordan Schaefer, and that one poked to second. Kerrig Englund makes the play, sets his feet, and fires to first. 4-3, put out, 1 down.
Yeah, and that's not always the easiest play for a second baseman. Moving to their left to make that play, but Englund did it beautifully.
And Englund's really been...
tosses it there to Greenwell for a quick out for Indiana State to start the 4th.
And we've seen Englund leap. We've seen him throw cross-body. We've seen him make the play moving to his left. He's really been solid out there in the field today.
Do-it-all guy.
First pitch here to Parker Stinson is just outside, ball 1.
Sass tried to frame it right there, but didn't do a good enough job.
1-0 pitch. And Stinson looks high, fastball, 2-0.
I like that pitch there from Ernst. A high heater. A lot of guys will bite on that, but great job by Schaefer to Stinson to hold back on that one.
Parker, I'm curious. Aaron Ernst, a senior out of Carmel, Indiana, of course. You went to Noblesville High School. Do you remember Aaron Ernst back in the high school days?
So he's a few years older than me, but I did see him pitch my freshman year at Carmel High School. Very talented guy. Great baseball programs all over the state of Indiana, but especially right there in that Hamilton County with Noblesville. Justin Keever's a great head coach. They have a great program at Carmel High School, Hamilton Southeastern, Fishers, you name it. Great baseball talent coming out of that area in central Indiana.
3-1 pitch missed inside with a fastball, and Stinson works his second walk of the afternoon. It will set up Josue Urdaneta. Parker, they've done a nice job working around Urdaneta today. He bunted his first time up, and that's the last time up. They got him to fly to center field on the first pitch. This is a dangerous hitter. We'll see if Ernst can get him for the 3rd time.
Yeah, we've seen Ernst work out of jams more often than not here in the early going of this game today. And this is one of the few occurrences so far in this inning that he hasn't been working out of a jam here.
0-1 pitch as Urdaneta fouled back that first pitch fastball away. And that one down, gets away from Sass momentarily. Stinson goes, Sass got him.
That's a nice throw by Sass right there. Quick reaction time, really just move to his left, scoop up that ball. Great throw to second base to get the out.
And do not run on Sammy Sass. There's been a number of teams that have learned that this year. Parker Stinson thought he had enough time. That ball got away, but Sass with an absolute bullet, throwing it right at the perfect angle for Englund.
Yeah, Sammy Sass is semi-fast right there.
Nice.
Thank you. And he made a great play to second base.
So now a 2-1 count. I think it's 2-1. The scoreboard still shows 1-1, but we'll see. No, it's 1-1. My bad. Apologies. But 1-1 count. That one high and outside, 2-1. So much action happened on that ball in the dirt, I forgot what the actual count was.
Happens to the best of us.
And the worst of us, clearly. 2-1 pitch down and in. 3-1 now to Urdaneta. We appreciate you spending part of your Thursday afternoon catching Raider baseball on your new home for Wright State baseball in the 2020 season, WWSU 106.9 FM. It's a beautiful day and should be a very fun weekend featuring 2 very good teams out here at the Nish.
Yeah, 2 very talented mid-major schools going at it here this weekend. Non-conference for both teams. should be a lot of fun, and it's been a lot of fun to this point.
Full count pitch, chopped foul by Urdaneta. We'll do it again as Ernst now sits at 61 pitches.
I like the way Aaron Ernst has been mixing his pitches today. He's not kind of sticking to...
That one swung on and missed. Backdoors it there, and a nice changeup away from Ernst. He sits him down 1-2. Well, not really 1-2-3, but he does retire the side eventually, and the Sycamores left scoreless here in the top of the fourth. The Raiders come to bat. It's 2-2 here at Nischwitz Stadium. We'll be right back on WWSU 106.9. Bottom of the fourth here in Fairborn. It's the Raiders 2 and the Sycamores 2. The Raiders come to bat. Freshman Luke Arnold, the third baseman, leads it off. It'll be 6-7-8 for the Raiders. Arnold, Luckhart, and McConnell. I'm Shea Neal, alongside with me Parker Testa. Parker, we're both baseball fans through and through, but beautiful day for baseball. Good game, two good teams. This has been a lot of fun.
Yeah, it certainly has. And baseball is back, both at the college level and at the pro level. Just announced that the Players Association and the MLB have come to a deal, so we're going to have spring training starting up here
Tomorrow. And free agents can sign, I believe, starting later today. Ball one outside to Arnold. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swing and poke to third. Nice play there by the third baseman, Diaz, and he makes the throw to Heenis. One down.
That was a heater coming off the bat by Arnold.
Yeah.
Great play by the third baseman, Diaz, to scoop it up and get it over to first. Quick out here for Wright State early in the fourth.
And that was a heater coming off the arm of Diaz. Threw that one like a rocket. And, that left side of the infield always has good arms, Parker, but the way he just let that one go, maybe a future shortstop after Schaefer graduates. We'll see.
Yeah, it could be interesting. One really talented infielder can play all four positions, and that's really what you value if you're a coach.
First pitch to Luckhart. Awkward cut and a miss. 0-1. 4:08 here in Fairborn. Bottom of the fourth, one down. Raiders scored 2 in the first. Julian Greenwell home run to start the game, and a RBI double from Sammy Sass. Sycamores responded with a run in the second, a run in the third. Luckhart puts a swing on it in the left center field. This is playable. Stinson gives way to Gurgley, 2 down.
Yeah, and that one... It went farther than I thought it would off the bat. Way up there way up high, but nice play by Gurgley to get over and right to the middle of left center field right there, and makes a solid play.
And Parker, I know we mentioned earlier, I don't know what kind of pitch count Jake Ridgway's on. I know he's been working out of the bullpen for a majority of his career, so I assume he's not going to go as long as a normal starter would. There's still 2 guys warming up. You got to think about leaving him out there for the 5th at this point. McConnell winds it hard. First pitch, dive, no, and McConnell's going to have extra bases. Stinson all-out dive there for that one, but it gets under the glove, and in at second with a double is Justin McConnell.
Nice play, nice pitch by Ridgway, but McConnell just got all of that one.
Barreled it.
Slapped it into left field right there. And that was a really tough play for Parker Stinson. He just couldn't quite get there. And Anglin on second base with Patrick coming up with 2 outs.
Yeah, and this will be the second time today that Andrew Patrick comes up with Justin McConnell in scoring position. That first time he struck out. We'll see if he can deliver here a 2-out knock to give the Raiders the lead. First pitch, Ridgway works his way out of the stretch. And it's a bunt attempt, and it scores foul. Andrew Patrick is an athlete, Parker. 6'4", just a hair over 200 pounds. True freshman, but a little surprising to see him bunt there.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that decision right there to do the bunt. You have 2 outs, runner on second.
That left center field gap is still wide open.
Yeah, try to poke one right back through the mound into left center. That's the ideal spot right here.
And there's so much space.
Or you hit a homer, either one.
Yeah, that works too. There's so much space out there. If you can get it to the left of the shortstop, you might find your way at second with a double. Patrick, swing, poke to right, hit well, hit deep. It is caught on the track, and Andrew Patrick did not miss that one by much.
No, he didn't.
Raiders Sycamores tied at 2, 4 innings in. We'll have the 5th inning coming up next on WWSU 106.9, your home for Raider baseball.
Top of the fifth inning here at in Fairborn, Ohio at Nischwitz Stadium. Parker, Testa, Shea, Neal alongside with me. 2-2 is our score between the Wright State Raiders and the Indiana State Sycamores.
This has been a really, really good game. We've seen innings where the bats have woken up. We've seen innings where the pitchers have been on lockdown. Parker, these are just two, like you mentioned last inning, these are just two really, really good mid-majors. I think we're in for a really fun weekend.
0-2 count. That is swung on and missed by Diego Hines. One down for Aaron Ernst in the fifth.
And, it's been a long road back for Aaron Ernst coming off injuries after starting his career at the University of Dayton, but I don't think it's a hot take to say that this has been the best performance of the season so far for Aaron. Started the game off a little slow, getting into a couple jams, but all in all, his stuff has been great. His curveballs look spectacular, and he's kept the Raiders right in this game. Great pitching from number 5.
That first pitch here is a strike to Sean Ross.
And Parker, I'm telling you what, if you missed 2 seasons due to injury and Alex Sogard's still willing to throw you out there on a Friday game, technically not a Friday game, but because, of weather, this would have been a Friday game, he must like you a lot.
1-1 count here to Ross. Swung on and missed. 1-2.
Another curveball, just absolutely gross. It has been his best pitch here today, and he's throwing it quite a bit. 1-2 pitch. Did he go? Yes, he did. Another strikeout for Aaron Ernst.
2 strikeouts to start the inning here in the fifth for Aaron Ernst. Can he strike out the side?
And Ernst now up to 4 Ks on the day. And Parker, both of these pitchers could have used a really quick inning. Ridgway got one and would be huge for Ernst here to get through 1, 2, 3 on less than 15 pitches.
First pitch to Randall Diaz just a bit outside. 1-0. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That's foul. 1-1.
Diaz has given him trouble today. He has 2 hits, one through the right side of the infield, one through the left side of the infield. This is a good freshman hitter.
1-1 pitch. That one is poked into right field. Playable for Sayer, and he makes the play.
That's a great inning for
Aaron Ernst. Puts down the side. 1, 2, 3 there in the top of the fifth. And we will be back for the bottom of the fifth. Indiana State coming up next. Stay with us. You're listening to Raider Baseball on the home for Raider Sports, WWSU 106.9 FM.
Oh, we're back here, bottom of the fifth. My bad. You did the top half, so I thought we were passing.
Oh, that's right. I messed that up. I'm sorry.
We're good. We're good.
Yeah, so top of the fifth, bottom of the fifth here.
We're all over now.
We're off the
Let's
place.
Recover. Take a minute. Breathe. There we go. We're back.
It's the first baseball broadcast for us this year. So we're all over the place. But it is the bottom of the fifth inning here at Nischwitz Stadium in beautiful Fairborn, Ohio on this Thursday afternoon. New pitcher for the Indiana State Sycamores, the freshman left-hander Will Goebel.
6'2", out of Harrison Township, Michigan. Lefty out of the pen. Future starter, they think, at this program, but as of now, he's just going to be a left-handed reliever. Parker, so many guys start off their career out of the bullpen and turn it into a great career. So
yeah,
they like the stuff out of Will Goebel quite a bit.
Yeah, and that was a heck of a start for Jake Ridgway today, coming out of the bullpen for the start today. Leading off the inning will be the first baseman, number 55, Julian Greenwell. Has a homer today and a walk in 2 plate appearances. First pitch to Greenwell, strike.
And as far as we know, there was nothing wrong, no injury or anything with Andrew Jasek. We actually expect to see him later on in this series. So, on short notice, Jake Ridgway able to make the start today, and he did a very good job, like Parker mentioned.
0-1 count to Greenwell outside, ball 1. Greenwell is the line today in 2 plate appearances, has a walk, has a home run. Here's the 1-1 count. That is out. Looks like that one was low. 2-1 is the count.
Yeah, that was a big curveball there. It looked like it ended up low and in. Good eye by Julian. 2-1 count.
2-1 count to Greenwell. Here is the pitch. Swung on and missed. 2-2. That was a heck of a swing by Greenwell. He was trying to go over the wall with that one.
Yeah, and I don't blame him. He hit one over the wall just about an hour ago.
Yeah. 2-2 pitch to Greenwell. Swung on. That one's popped up. Left field. Can he get there? No, he can't. Foul ball.
I'll tell you
we'll
what.
do it again.
Parker Stinson's got some kind of range out there in left field. He's been all over the place in left field, left center, diving. Very strong-looking defensive outfielder out there for the Sycamores. And that was a ball that he had no business getting to, and he almost got to it.
Yeah, he certainly did.
2 righties warming up in the Indiana State bullpen.
We're going to have a 1-2 count. I think I said 2-2 on the last pitch. That was false. It is 1-2 to Greenwell after the long foul ball. Here's the 1-2.
That hit him.
They're going to say it hit him. So Greenwell will be awarded first base.
Captain Magnet strikes again.
It's his 9th hit by pitch on the season. He's among the leaders in the country in hit by pitches is Julian Greenwell.
Yeah, and he's probably among the leaders in the country in bruises as well, as he adds another one to his collection.
And he is the 3rd nationally ranked player in hit by pitches is Julian Greenwell, and we're going to see.
That's a really unfortunate stat to be leading the nation in.
Yeah. He's up there among the leaders, 3rd nationally.
In pain. He's leading the nation in pain.
That's exactly what it is. But stepping into the box is the right-handed right fielder, Alex Sayer, and we're going to have a meeting on the mound. And Will Goebel, after not even one full inning of work, his day's done.
He didn't even get an out, Parker.
No, didn't record an out.
Hit Julian Greenwell. Now they're going to bring in a righty.
He had 5 pitches.
40. We'll get you into the number as soon as we can. There's 5 pitchers on this roster that are right-handed pitchers with a number in the 40s, so
we will see who.
We might have to start bringing binoculars here, Parker, to try and figure out some numbers.
Might be a good idea. It looks like that's 46. That is Cameron Holycross, the right-handed sophomore.
Yeah, and this is Holy Cross. Holy Cross is a sophomore out of Lapool, Indiana. 5'10", 198, a little bit smaller for a pitcher, but,
Shea, I hate to correct you, but it's Lapel, Indiana.
My bad. I'm not from Indiana, if you couldn't tell. I'm just looking at this roster, Parker, and a guy that I think we'll see at some point in this series, number 43, the senior, 6'7", out of Denton, Texas, Rain Richter. That's a guy that's probably very intimidating when he comes out of the bullpen.
Yeah, that's a heck of a name, too, Rain Richter. I like that.
Sounds like a bullpen guy.
He certainly does. Sounds like he throws heaters, too.
It does. I didn't want to say it, but 6'7" with a name like that, I guess he throws 95 plus.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. So Cameron Holycross warming up on the mound as we speak.
Lapel, there, I got it.
There you go.
Lapel, Indiana.
There you go. So Raiders have no outs in the inning. Bottom of the 5th here at Nischwitz Stadium. We're locked at 2 apiece. Sycamores with 6 hits. Raiders with 4, 1 error apiece on each team.
First 3 innings took about an hour, Parker, but we've gotten through the last 3 half frames in about 20 minutes. Both pitchers starting to find a groove, but the Raiders get Greenwell on to start the inning, and Sayre, Sass, and Harris will have a chance to give Wright State the lead. That's a good place to be if you're Alex Sogard.
So Nate Metzger takes the jog back to the third base box, which I think signals we're just about ready to get back underway here at Nischwitz Stadium on this beautiful Ohio Thursday afternoon, 4:23. We appreciate you joining us here on WWSU 106.9 FM. Parker, Testa, Shea, Neal, and you.
And you.
At Nischwitz Stadium. So Alex Sayer steps into the box. First pitch here for Cameron Holycross is on the way.
Sayer's had a nice day here today. We'll see if he can have another quality at bat. He fouls that pitch straight back.
And that's a nice hack by Sayer. 0-1 count to Alex Sayer here in the bottom of the 5th. No outs.
Sayer 1 for 2 today.
We will see the 0-1 pitch from Cameron Holycross to Alex Sayer. Here it is. And that is inside. Almost hit Alex Sayer right there. Ball 1.
Julian Greenwell is 2 for 2 on stolen base attempts this year, Parker, so something to keep in mind. Maybe a hit and run here with a guy as talented as Sayer, or maybe just sending Greenwell. We'll see if they put him in motion.
We shall see. Doesn't have a huge lead over there at first base. He Now he makes it, and 1-1 pitch is a strike.
Big breaking ball outside corner. Alex Sarah's not like the outside half of the zone here today. He's had 3 or 4 pitches called strikes right on that outside corner. Sarah looking for the ball, down and in.
1-2 pitch to Sayer. Greenwell on first base. Greenwell takes his lead. 1-2 pitch, low, 2-2.
It's a good eye by Alex Sarah. That was a good pitch, too. 1-2 pitch, breaking ball. See if he gets him to bite, and he almost did.
Infield shifted just to the right. Here is the 2-2 pitch from Holy Cross to Sayer. He'll check on first base. Greenwell back easily.
Runner at first. Greenwell was hit by Will Goebel to start the inning. Holy Cross has come in, and Sayer is his first batter.
2-2 pitch after the check to first base for Greenwell. Holy Cross to Sayer. Here's the 2-2. Swung on, poked through the infield to shortstop, and that'll be an out at first base as Greenwell moves up to second.
That was a smart play there by Jordan Schaefer, showing his veteran status there as a senior on this roster. As soon as that ball came off the bat, I knew it was too slow hit to double up both Greenwell and Sayer. Smart play, just take the out at first. And now Sass will have a big chance to drive in a run here with a runner in scoring position.
So we're going to see Sammy Sass back in to the box here for the Wright State Raiders. And the 6th pitch for Cameron Holy Cross coming up. First pitch to Sass, gets away from the catcher. Greenwell, nowhere to go. He'll stay at second.
That was a pretty good block. McGill has a great arm, and I do think if Greenwell went on that one, it would have been a really close play at third. And with a runner in scoring position, less than 2 outs, and a guy like Sammy Sass at the plate, I don't think you risk that.
Smart call by third base coach Nate Metzger. 1-0 pitch coming up. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th.
Greenwell has above average speed out there at second. Sass, a very above average bat.
You're tied at 2 here in the bottom of the 5th. And here's the pitch from Holy Cross. That is outside, ball 2.
Aaron Ernst has a very nice 12-6 curve, Parker, and we've seen it plenty today, but this might be the biggest bender we've seen all day here off the arm of Cameron Holy Cross. This thing starts above the zone and ends up in the dirt.
Yeah, great curveball by Holy Cross. Here's the 2-0 pitch to Sass. He swings on it, swings and miss. 2-1.
And that's a great pitch. Back-to-back breaking balls. Get him thinking off speed, and then you just blow a fastball right by him.
Well, we'll see if the Raiders can get Greenwell in to score here. Raiders haven't scored since the top of the first inning.
And they're giving...
the bottom of the first inning.
They're giving Sammy Sass that left center gap, too, Parker. It looks like... Sammy Sass has pretty good speed for a catcher. It might be a triple if he gets it out there.
He's got a lot of power, too. Here's the 2-1. That one's poked through the infield. Coming around to score will be Greenwell. Sammy Sass will hold up at first base. RBI single for Sammy Sass, and the Raiders take a 3-2 lead in the bottom of the 5th.
Sass with his second RBI of the afternoon. Great swing. Didn't try to do too much with it. Pokes it right to the left of the shortstop, and that's textbook right there, Parker. That's what you want your 3-hole hitter to do. Raiders have a 3-2 lead.
Designated hitter number 39, Zane Harris, will step in with Sammy Sass on first base after the...
that last run.
The 1 out. Yep. RBI single?
Yep, that last run was charged to Goebel. Another mound visit, and is this another pitching change?
We shall see. Holy Cross getting the visit from Coach Hannes, and we shall see.
Hasn't taken the ball from him yet.
A couple of head nods. Back and forth conversation here. What is Coach Hannes going to do here?
I think they're leaning towards leaving him in here, Parker.
We have
Of course, you have Harris up now, angling on deck.
Infield comes in, and home plate umpire Steve Miller will go out to end this meeting.
This is a dangerous part of the order. You do not want this to get out of hand.
Yeah,
Coach Hannes wants to make sure he gets these next 2 outs and keeps it a 1-run deficit.
This 4-5-6 for the Raiders is a tough bet, and Holy Cross will stay in the game.
So Holy Cross stays in the game to face Zane Harris, and St. Harris, 6'5", 225. Parker, this guy, if he gets a hold of one, he could hit it over a 675.
He certainly could.
I'm sorry, Nick.
First pitch to Zane Harris. Sass on first. That's a strike to big designated hitter in Alex Sogard's lineup.
About to hit 430 here in the Gem City. Nothing better than a little bit of Thursday afternoon baseball. 0-1 pitch.
To Zane Harris. Did he go? No, he didn't. And that's going to be... It's a strike anyway, 1-1.
No, the first pitch was a strike, so that's 1-1.
No. Excuse me.
Oh, I guess they did change it.
Oh, it is 1-1. Excuse me.
I don't know what's going on here. Now the umpire said it's 1-1. Okay, we're good.
We're back and forth.
We're back.
The man in blue gives us 1-1. Here is the 1-1 from Cameron Holy Cross to Zane Harris. That's low. Ball 2.
Good eye here by Zane. He's always had a great eye, great at getting on base, great at drawing walks. So, a lot of pitchers don't want to pitch to this guy. So they just kind of let him have first base, and he takes advantage of it.
2-1 count to Zane Harris. Sammy Sass on first base. 1 out, bottom of the 5th inning. Here's the pitch. That one swung on and missed. 2-2.
He was swinging.
Zane Harris.
He was swinging to hit that one over the scoreboard, and I have no doubt that he could do it.
Trying to hit Rowdy Raider at the top of that scoreboard up there. 2-2 count. 1 out. Bottom of the 5th inning. Raiders lead 3-2.
RBI single, Sammy Sass, his second RBI hit of the day.
Leadoff homer from Julian Greenwell in the first, and then an RBI double. That one's poked down the third baseline foul.
And that's a really good swing. You get a pitch down and away like that, you just kind of poke it, Parker, and that was not very far off from being a double down the line. That's a really good swing. Good 2-strike approach from Zane Harris.
Scoring so far, solo homer from Julian Greenwell to lead off the game. Sammy Sass, an RBI double, put the Raiders up 2-0 early. And here's the 2-2, and that one's foul again. We'll do the 2-2 again.
Zane Harris being very protective at the plate right now, just fighting off tough pitches. And the more you fight off tough pitches, and that's my mistake. 675 is further off in the distance. That is McLaren Memorial Skyway.
It's unofficially 500 feet down the left field line, and it's further to center towards right field.
So there you go. You'd have to hit a 500-foot bomb, and Harris pokes it up the middle base hit. And Sass will make the turn and go and held at the last minute.
Looked like Sass was going to make that turn towards third base. Coach Metzger calls him off, and we have 2 runners on here for Garrick Anglin in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Anglin 0 for 2 today with a strikeout, but the way he's been hitting as of late, Parker, it sure feels like he's due here in this at-bat.
Greenwell leads off the game with a solo homer. Sass, an RBI double that allowed Thayer to score. And we saw Gergley reach on an error. Thompson went to second, and Randall Diaz scored. Here's the first pitch to Garrick Anglin. Runner on second, runner on first, bottom of 5 here at Nischwitz.
That one gets away, and both runners will move up. Wild pitch on Holy Cross. I mean, you throw a big curveball like that, Parker, you're always at risk at one bouncing away from the catcher. So second and third now, 1 out. Now a fly ball could double the Raider lead.
We saw McGill ground out to shortstop. Thompson went to second. Hine scored. Diaz went to third. That was in the 3rd inning. And then Sass, an RBI single that allowed Julian Greenwell to score. 3-2 our score, bottom of the 5th inning here at Nischwitz Stadium. And our count is 1-0, 1 out. Runners on second and third. Here's the pitch from Holy Cross to Anglin. He fouls that back out of play.
Didn't miss the booth by much. There to that foul ball by Garrick Anglin. Just went right over that net.
We're going to see a 1-1 count. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Bottom of 5. To the Raiders' second baseman. The 16th pitch for Cameron Holy Cross is low. 2-1. We have Sammy Sass on third base, Zane Harris on second base, 1 out. Garrett Ganglin, the Raiders' second baseman, standing in the right-handed batter's box. Here's the pitch from Cameron Holycross. 2-1 is low, 3-1.
And I'm just extremely interested in the outfield alignment here by Indiana State. They've just been giving that left center field gap all day long. And I just feel like, it's only a matter of time before one of these Raiders hitters delivers a 2-run double in that gap. Will it be Anglin? He's got a 3-1 hitters count here. We'll see.
3-1 count. Here's the pitch. That one is popped into center field, playable for the shortstop, and it'll be the left fielder Stinson to make the play.
That's a great throw home.
They're going to hold the runners. Just got a very nice email from Andrew Patrick's grandfather. He said he runs the 60 and 642. And he was ranked on number 23 on the top 100 freshman impact list this season. So thank you to Mr. Jody Patrick for that information.
The third baseman, number 16.
Stepping into the box is number 16, Raiders third baseman Luke Arnold.
Luke Hart on deck. Runners on second and third. 2 outs. The freshman 0 for 2 today. But a big base hit here could give the Raiders a 3-run lead.
2 outs. Runners on second and third. Here's the first pitch to Luke Arnold. That one is a strike. 0-1. Still have a reliever warming up in the Indiana State bullpen with Cameron Holycross on the mound. It's the Sycamores' third pitcher of the day is Cameron Holycross. 0-1 pitch to Luke Arnold. Is slapped in the center field. That'll score Sammy Sass as well as Luke Arnold. And Luke Arnold will remain at first base. 2-run RBI single for Luke Arnold. And the Raiders lead 5-2 here in the bottom of the fifth.
That's a great swing by the freshman. Poked it up the middle. Sass scored with ease. Zane Harris right behind him. And the Raiders capitalize with a big 3-run fifth.
And here comes the pitching coach. We're going to see Cameron Holycross. His day is done. And we're going to have a pitching change when we come back. Raiders lead 5-2 in the bottom of the fifth inning. Stay with us here on WWSU 106.9. Bottom of the fifth inning here at Nischwitz Stadium. 2 outs. We have a pitching change. It is the big right-hander, number 43, the senior, Rain Richter, taking the mound for Indiana State.
Yeah, this guy's huge. 6'7", redshirt senior out of Denton, Texas. Have not seen him throw yet, but with that frame, I imagine he probably throws pretty hard.
Raiders lead 5-2 here in the bottom of the fifth inning off of a RBI single by Luke Arnold that scored Zane Harris and Sammy Sass.
And that was a big hit by Luke Arnold.
Great play, great pitch. We've seen great pitching from both sides today. Aaron Ernst was excellent. He's still, as we know of, in the game as we see a Raider standing up in the bullpen. Right-hander.
The center fielder, number 6,
And we're going to see the center fielder, Shea Lukehart, step into the box with 2 outs. The bottom of the fifth, coming up on 4:40 here in Fairborn on this Thursday afternoon.
Now, Parker, I don't know anything about Alex Sogard's decision here, but I think they'd try to let Aaron Ernst try to start the 6th, but they have that arm ready to go just in case.
First pitch to Jay Lukehart is thrown away, and we're going to see Arnold take second base.
That was a really funky delivery
Yeah.
from Rain Richter.
And this Wright State coaching staff, Alex Sogard, Nate Metzger, the associate head coach, head of recruiting. We got 3 former Raiders on the coaching staff. Chase Sloan, the great shortstop, Derek Hendrickson, as well as Alex Alders.
And Alex Alders already the director of player development for the program. Arnold leads off second. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Lukehart.
2 outs. Oh, the 1-0 is outside. Excuse me, that's a strike. Late call from the umpire, 1-1. One count. Luke Arnold standing off second base. Jay Louis-Hart at the plate. Here's the third pitch from Rain Richter. Big righty, and that's outside. 2-1.
Big fifth inning here for the Raiders. 3 runs, 4 hits. And now leave it 5-2. 5-7-1 for the Raiders across the scoreboard. 2-6-1 for Indiana State. Outside, 3-1. Hitters count coming to Jay Louis-Hart.
Three 3-1 count. 5-2 Raiders. Bottom of the 5th inning. Jay Louis-Hart, the 7-hole hitter for Alex Sogard. Here's the 3-1. That is low, and Louis-Hart is awarded first base. And it's a leadoff walk to start the outing for Rain Richter.
Good eye by Louis-Hart, and now guy that's had a lot of success today. He's reached on an error, and he's doubled Justin McConnell. McConnell, the Dayton kid, went to Springboro High School.
It's a 3-run bottom of the 5th inning so far for the Raiders. 2 outs. You have Arnold on second, Louis-Hart on first. Justin McConnell with a bat in his hand. First pitch is a strike, 0-1.
Nice pitch down and in. A good way to start this at bat with McConnell.
0-1 count to Justin McConnell. 2 outs, bottom of the 5th inning here at Nischwitz Stadium. Here's the pitch. That is outside, 1-1. And 2 hits today for Sammy Sass in 3 attempts. He's got 2 RBIs on the day. And for Justin McConnell, he's 1 for 2.
McConnell hit a bullet his last time up, a double to left.
This one's blooped down the left field line. Step on third base. And that's how the inning will end for the Wright State Raiders. 3 runs in for Wright State in that bottom of the 5th inning. 6th inning coming up for you here at Nischwitz Stadium. 5-2 our score. We'll be back for the 6th in just a moment on WWSU 106.9.
Sixth inning here at Nischwitz Stadium. New pitcher in for the Raiders. It'll be number 44, the sophomore, Garrett Simpson, the transfer from Eastern Kentucky. Parker only about 6 2/3, 7 innings this season for Garrett Simpson, but he's been outstanding about getting big outs against really good teams. He's been their best reliever in the early going.
He has. He's been very talented. He's putting his pitches where he wants to put them, and we'll see if he continues that today.
Raiders with 3 runs in the 5th to take a 5-2 lead against Indiana State. Game 1 of a 3-game set. First pitch just low, ball 1. Leading off in the inning is Isaiah Thompson, the designated hitter. He'll be followed by the catcher, Grant McGill, and the center fielder, Seth Gurgley. That one's a strike, 1-1, outside corner. Hour and 45 minutes into this one. And that is a beautiful backdoor breaking ball from Garrett Simpson. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, I can't put it much better than that. Paint in the corner right there. That was awesome.
And a swing and a miss down and away. Made quick work of the freshman Isaiah Thompson. 1 down on a strikeout from Simpson. So Ernst Day is done. He goes 5 innings, 78 pitches, 6 hits, 2 runs. Both of them earned, 3 walks, and 4 strikeouts, for Ernst. And Parker, with that work that the Raiders did in the bottom of the 5th, Aaron on track for his first win of the season if they can hang on. First pitch swinging there is a fly ball from McGill, the right field. Catch is made by Sayre. 5 pitches, 2 outs for Garrett Simpson.
A great start for Garrett Simpson here. You love to see talented relievers. I'm a big fan of a reliever that just is nasty on the mound, has a bunch of great stuff, and he's just a talented player.
He does not have many pitches that don't move. Everything moves with Garrett Simpson. As that pitch missed just low. Ball 1 to Seth Gurgley. Gurgley 0 for 2 on the day. Pair of runners left on base, and now tries to lay down a bunt, and that's a foul ball. So 1-1 the count. Looking for a quick inning here are the Raiders after taking that 3-run lead. And boy, what that would be, you know, Uncle Mo, in the words of the great Mark Adams on Tuesday night. The momentum shift, scoring 3 runs in that 5th, and if you can have a quick 1-2-3 inning and get right back into that batter's box, you got to feel good if you're Alex Sogard.
Yeah, you're looking good there for Coach Sogard.
That one just missed low. Check swing, said he held up, so 2-1 to Gurgley. Jordan Schaefer on deck. Schaefer 2 for 3 today. He's been strong in that leadoff spot. The Raiders would love to see him lead off the 7th if they can make work here at Gurgley. Pulls back on the bunt there, 3-1. Garrett Simpson has not walked a guy yet this season, in danger of his first one here. 3-1 count.
Great discipline here by Gurgley. Has a good eye at the plate.
And he draws the walk. There's a time for a first for everything, Parker, and that's the first walk issued this year by Garrett Simpson.
Yeah, doesn't do a whole lot of damage though for Wright State. You know, Simpson, is working out of a great start here. 2 quick outs early, but so Gurgley gets on first base, and that's a nice pitch poked into the left field by Schaefer. It's a single that'll move the runners.
And Schaefer's had one heck of a day now. 3 hits. And he keeps the inning alive. For Parker Stinson. 4:49 here in the Gem City. Raiders lead at 5-2. Stinson steps in after a 2-out rally here put together by the Sycamores. A walk to Gurgley and a base hit to the left side by Jordan Schaefer.
A big 3-run bottom of the 5th for Wright State, put them in control here. We'll see if the bullpen can do their job and close this one out. And for Indiana State, you just got to continue to be aggressive.
That first pitch popped up, foul territory. Arnold trying to get there, and he'll run out of room.
Yeah, great job by Arnold to get all the way over to the fence right there. That was really close to making that play, just not quite enough room right there for Luke Arnold. And what I've seen that I've liked from Garrett Simpson today, he's keeping his poise. You know, he got the walk on his first batter, and then, got the walk, and then got that single through the left field. He's keeping his cool. I like to see that.
That one poked foul, and 0-2 on Parker Stinson. Simpson is a 6-foot sophomore from Mount Washington, Kentucky. Again, started his career at Eastern Kentucky, made 21 appearances last year, 7 starts, 1-5 record with a 4.27 ERA. His first 2 starts of his college career came against number 4 Tennessee and number 2 Vanderbilt. So this guy's faced some really good baseball teams, and he's done a really solid job, maybe a future starter for the Wright State Raiders. That one flied to left, playable for Andrew Patrick, and the inning comes to an end. So no damage done with two-out base runners. Garrett Simpson able to close the door on the Sycamores here in the 6th. Raiders coming up, 5-2 lead. Bottom of the 6th coming up next. Bottom of the 6th here at Nischwitz Stadium. Andrew Patrick steps in, leading off against Rain Richter, the 6'7 righty. First pitch, outside corner, strike 1.
Rain Richter, his second inning of work here.
First full inning of work. Got that last out of the 5th, retiring Justin McConnell. 0-1 pitch, swing and a drive, center field, playable for Gurgley, 1 down. Patrick put a good swing on that one, but hit it right at Gurgley, and that's a F8 to start the 6th inning.
Yeah, great play.
Good swing.
Yeah, great swing, great play by Gurley to catch that ball. You know, he had to move a hair to his left to catch that one, but we'll see what Greeny can come up and do here.
Greeny. And it's been a nice day for Greeny, as you said. Hit by a pitch, drew a walk, and hit a home run. First pitch, strike, outside corner.
That's a great pitch right there by Richter. Painted the outside corner. Greenwell wouldn't budge on it, but the umpire calls it a strike. That's a great pitch.
0-1 pitch from Richter here, 6-7. Righty out of Denton, Texas. And swing, a chopper to first. That'll be a 3 unassisted put out by the first baseman, Hines. And Greenwell is retired for the first time today. 2 quick outs for the Sycamores. And now here comes Alec Sayre. 1 for 3 today with a base hit against the starter, Jake Ridgway.
I'm interested to see how the Indiana State coaching staff navigates the rest of this game, being down 3 runs in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Ball 1 up and in to Sayre.
It's time to get aggressive if you're the Sycamores.
Absolutely is. Bottom 6, here in Fairborn. Raiders with a 5-2 lead. And a 1-0 pitch to Alex Sayre is outside. Gotta be careful with a hitter like Sayre, Parker. Getting down in a 2-0 count. This is a guy that can put it over the fence anytime he's up to the plate.
Yeah. He's a great defender in the outfield and just a great batter. Has great plate vision. He can swing the bat really well. You don't want to let this guy get hot on you.
There's a strike on the inside corner, 2-1. Alex Sayre still looking for that first home run of 2022. Now would be a great time to get it and pat onto that Raider lead. He did not miss one by much. His last at-bat hit it to the warning track and right. And it's outside, 3-1.
Yeah, like I'm talking about. This is exactly what I'm talking about with Alex Sayre. He's great plate discipline. The Indiana State pitching staff has gotten a few guys to bite on that pitch today. Not Sayre. He has a good eye at the plate.
Absolutely, he does. 3-1 pitch, Sayre, and takes it high. Ball 4. Alex Sayre draws his 6th walk of the campaign. And Sammy Sass will walk up with already 2 hits and 2 RBIs today, and a chance to really put Indiana State in a tough spot.
And Alex Sayre's got some speed on the base paths too. So if you poke anything out to the outfield, Sayre can run. And if he's a lefty, or excuse me, he's a righty. So if you poke anything down that left field line, it's wide open down there.
First pitch. Strike on the outside corner to Sass, and on that first pitch, Alex Sayre started and stopped. I mean, you can tell he wants to go here with 2 outs. We'll see when third base coach Nate Metzger sends him.
Little antsy.
Big lead,
Alex Sayre.
and a big lead for Alex Sayre as well, and a throw back, and he's in time. Back in time, I should say. I worded that weird. Maybe sounded like they picked him off, but they didn't.
Yeah.
Alex Sayre 3 for 3 in stolen base attempts this season. Raiders with a 5-2 lead, and Sammy Sass, the guy at the plate, has been a big reason for that. 2 hits, 2 RBIs.
Yeah, one thing about stolen bases from a defensive standpoint is I don't like the fact that, catchers are a lot of times scared to throw the ball out there because if the second baseman or the shortstop makes a mistake and misses the ball, you have extra bases. And I understand the worry with that. I do. But why not take that chance to get that runner out? Because it can change the game and change momentum for you.
Absolutely. That ball high, 1-1 to Sammy Sass. Bottom of the 6th inning. Sass, the catcher, hitting in the 3-hole here today. Has an RBI double in the 1st, an RBI single in the 5th. What can he do here with 2 outs in the 6th? And that is outside, just a hair off the outside corner.
Yeah, that was real close to being a strike right there.
That's a pitch Rain Richter wanted.
Great job by the catcher to try to frame that one, but umpire saw what he saw and gives the benefit of the doubt to the hitter.
Richter, the fourth pitcher used by Indiana State today. The Raiders got 5 innings out of Ernst and an inning out of Garrett Simpson. And Sayre goes, and Sayre has swiped second as the throw gets away from Urdaneta. So the fourth stolen base of the year from Alex Sayre, and that was a strong arm there from Grant McGill, but that one just too tough to pick out of the dirt there by Urdaneta. If it was on target, I think they had him.
Yeah, it was real close to being on target, too. Just a little bit low for Urdaneta. Couldn't quite make the play, and Sayre there into second base with 2 outs. We'll see what Sammy Sass can do at the plate. Maybe bring him in because if you get something through the infield, Sayre's going to score. He's that quick.
He is, and Sass has a lot of space there on that left center field gap, but they hit him with a pitch there, and Sass will reach, and now 2 runners on for Zane Harris, who delivered an RBI, or not an RBI, but a knock his last time up. And now we'll get a chance to have an RBI knock here this time up. Zane Harris, commonly referred to on the team by House. And we'll see what the cleanup hitter for the Raiders can do in this at-bat. That was a walk in that last at-bat, not a hit by pitch. So Sass draws a walk, and it's back-to-back walks by Richter here with 2 outs. First pitch to Harris is low.
Yeah, all these guys in this Wright State lineup have great plate vision. They know where the ball is, and that's a credit to the hitting coaches here on this Wright State roster.
It is, and it's also a credit to Alex Sogard and Nate Metzger because they find good hitters year after year, guys that not just hit the ball hard, not just hit the ball out of the yard, but also just find ways to get on base and find ways to have quality at bats. 1 through 9, very, very hard to get out here in this Wright State order. Sayre on second, Sass on first, and a 2-0 count to Zane Harris. What are you looking for here, Parker? I think a fastball in, and Zane Harris could easily turn on this one.
Yeah, I think Richter's thinking fastball in. We'll see what it is.
And ripped, and a nice play at first by Hines. Maybe saved a run there.
That was incredibly talented play there by Hines. It was, rocket down the first base line, and way to glove it and get the out.
Good swing there by Zane Harris, but Diego Hines saves a run with a nice backhanded stop on the first base line. Our score going to the 7th, Wright State 5 and Indiana State 2. The Raiders 9 outs away from a big win to start the series. We'll be right back.
Top of the 7th here at Nischwitz Stadium. Raiders lead this one 5-2 against the Indiana State Sycamores. I'm Parker Testa. Joined here alongside by Shea Neal as this is a rocket into right field, and it's going to be foul out of play by the 3-hole hitter, Josue Urdaneta. On the mound for his second inning of work is Garrett Simpson.
That was a hanging slider. That's about as hard as Urdaneta is going to hit one.
Yeah.
That was a missile.
Yeah, absolutely. And this one is poked just over the mound to the shortstop, and he can't quite glove it. And that'll be... see what we score that here. They're going to call that? What's our score here? And it will be...
they're going to call that a hit.
A hit.
So it's a leadoff base hit for Urdaneta.
We're going to see, stepping into the box is the first baseman, Diego Hines. Nobody out. One runner on first base. Here's the pitch to Hines, and that one slapped back towards the second baseman. 4-6-3, and they turn the double play.
Great pitch by Simpson, down and away, poked right to Garrick Anglin, and they start the twin killing. 4-6-3, Anglin, McConnell, and Greenwell finishing it off.
So Hines gets on the infield hit, and then, Urdaneta gets on.
In the words
of infield hit, Hines double play, and we're going to see Sean Ross step into the box, the right fielder.
First pitch to Ross is raked.
Slapped into left field, way back. It'll hit the wall and throw in, and it'll be a long double for Sean Ross.
That's his 10th extra base hit of the year.
Nice throw in by Andrew Patrick, the left fielder.
Yeah, and that was a missile. But going back to that double play ball, Parker, one of my favorite double play calls in baseball is from Boog Sciambi with the voice of the Cubs on Marquee Sports. And he says, that's a twin biscuit, no gravy.
I like that.
I think that's spectacular. I'm not going to steal it from him, but I think that's spectacular.
Into the box now is Randall Diaz.
2-out double for Sean Ross. And how big is that double play now?
Yeah, it's huge. It is massive. And that one is foul down the first base line. 0-1 count to Randall Diaz.
Leadoff single by Urdaneta here in the 7th. Double play off the bat of Hines. And then a 2-out double by Sean Ross gives the very talented freshman Randall Diaz a chance to get Indiana State closer.
0-1 pitch to Diaz. That one is low, 1-1.
Nice block there by Sammy Sass. He's done a great job at that all day. Even the one that got away from him, he picked it up and threw out the guy at second.
Yeah.
So Sammy Sass has been a rock behind the plate today.
Yeah, he sure has. 1-1 count, 2 outs in the top of the 7th inning. Wright State leads Indiana State 5-2 here in Fairborn, Ohio at Nischwitz Stadium.
And time called there by Diaz.
Wants to take a second and think about it. Diaz back into the box.
3-run fifth, the difference in this one here so far.
Here's the pitch to Diaz, the 1-1. That is a ball, 2-1 to Diaz.
Where did that one miss? That looked like it was right at the belt.
It certainly did.
It's a good pitch.
2-1 count for Garrett Simpson on the mound. 2 outs in the top of the 7th. Sean Ross standing off second base. Here's the 2-1. That's a strike, 2-2.
I don't understand how that 1-1 pitch wasn't a strike, but that one was. That one looked like a ball, and the one before it looked like a strike, but either way, I guess we end up at 2-2.
Great frame job by the catcher. Get the call from the guy in blue.
Looked like it would have hit Julian Greenwell on that pitch.
That one is popped up just above the second base, and that'll be Garrett Anglin to make the play. That ends the inning. So, long double for Sean Ross in the inning. Raiders up next at the plate when we come back on WWSU 106.9. Bottom of the 7th here at Nischwitz Stadium in Fairborn, Ohio. Wright State due up. It's Garrett Anglin. His first pitch is a strike. And we're going to see the return of Rain Richter to the mound for the Sycamores, 5-2 Raiders. The 0-1 pitch to Garrett Anglin, swung on and missed. 0-2 is our count.
What a day it's been to kick off Raider baseball on WWSU 106.9.
Absolutely.
All season long.
Yeah,
We'll be right back at it tomorrow at 11 a.m.
Yeah, we will. Appreciate all of you hanging out with us all season long and this afternoon here on WWSU 106.9. That one is fouled back. I don't think I'll ever get used to the ball coming right at us in the booth, Shea.
No, you're going to have quick hands, because there probably will be one at some point this year that you're going to have to catch. O2 pitch coming.
Here is the 0-2 pitch outside. 1-2 to Garrett Anglin, the second baseman.
It would have to be a really funky angle.
It would, yeah. 1-2 pitch here in the top of the 7th inning to the second baseman, Garrett Anglin, from Rain Richter, the big right-hander. 1-2 pitch, low and outside, 2-2.
This is a good at-bat for Garrett Anglin. Quickly dug himself into an 0-2 hole, fouled one back, took a couple pitches low, and now has worked his way back into a hittable pitch here.
Anglin on the day is 0 for 3. Here's the 2-2, and that one's foul out of play. We'll do it again.
Anglin 0 for 3 today with a strikeout. Leads the Raiders in very numerous categories this year, including home runs, RBIs, runs scored, stolen bases, OPS, and today, nice defensive plays. He leads the team in that as well.
Here's the 2-2. That's outside, 3-2. Generous hitter's call right there.
It was. Steve Miller's really kind of giving those to the pitcher most of the day today, but I guess he wants an action pitch here. He's going to get one.
Full count. No outs here in the top of the 7th. Second baseman Garrett Anglin. Here's the pitch. And that is strike 3. And
Anglin had already tossed the bat.
Anglin was convinced it was a walk. He tossed his bat, started to jog to first, but boy in blue rings him up.
That's the
strikeout looking backwards K for Garrett Anglin.
And that's one of the tail things you see in baseball, and that's the toss to first. They ring you up for strike 3, and then you do those like 3 hops back to the dugout. Like you can't believe it.
Luke Arnold, third baseman. First pitch to Arnold is a strike, 0-1. And for Luke Arnold, he's 0 for 2 today with a walk.
Arnold's 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs.
1 for 3. I was looking at Luke Hart, one below. So he's 1 for 3, 2 RBIs.
Big hit. Gave the Raiders that 2-run cushion his last time up.
Here is the 0-1. That's another strike, 0-2.
Richter ain't messing around here in the 7th. Quickly got ahead 0-2 on Anglin. Quickly gets ahead 0-2 on Luke Arnold.
See. One pitcher apiece working in the pen for both teams. It's a right-hander for Indiana State, and it's a right-hander for Wright State. 0-2 count with 1 out here in the top of the 7th to the third baseman, Luke Arnold. Here's the pitch, and that one is foul back behind the plate. 0-2 is still.
Similar start to the at-bat that Garrett Anglin had. 2 quick strikes. Fouled back. Now I bet we see Rain Richter try to put a couple below the zone, see if he can get Luke Arnold to chase.
Here's the 0-2, and he swung on a pitch way outside. Luke Arnold goes down. 2 consecutive strikeouts for Rain Richter. What a start to the 7th it is for Rain Richter, the big right-hander out of the pen.
Yeah, he's been nice today in relief. 2 full innings now. He's thrown 36 pitches, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts, but he has not allowed a hit yet today, as he's gone 1 time through the lineup.
So the center fielder Jay Louis Card steps in to the left-handed batter's box. First pitch is low, ball 1.
Have to assume this is Richter's last hitter today as he gets closer to 40 pitches here today out of the bullpen. So I assume we wouldn't see him tomorrow, maybe Sunday. That one is
Second
low.
pitch, low as well. 2-0 is our count. And Mitch Hannes has to be a little frustrated with how his team has performed offensively today, but Rain Richter has given him a solid outing out of the pen. 2-0 pitch is outside again, 3-0.
Alex Sogard's got to feel good about how his pitchers have pitched today. Aaron Ernst had his best outing of the year, in line for that first win. The Raiders can get 6 more outs, and Garrett Simpson's doing what Garrett Simpson's doing all year. That's just close the door on really good teams.
That one inside, and Jay Louis Card gets on base with a walk.
His second walk drawn today, the 5th walk drawn today by the Raiders. They've only struck out 5 times today.
So 2 outs, bottom of the 7th inning. Raiders lead 5-2. Into the box is the shortstop, Justin McConnell. And for McConnell today, he's 1 for 3 with a stolen base.
Yeah, had a really well-hit double in that 4th inning. Well hit off the bat. He's had a couple of hard hit balls today. Justin McConnell, really strong shortstop. When you have a guy like Justin McConnell hitting in the 8th spot, you know you have a good offense. Because for a lot of teams, this guy would hit 2, 5, 6.
Yeah, McConnell has had a great day. He has that double, also contributed to that double play in the last inning. And with Louis Card on first base. First pitch after the check on first base to Luke Card. First pitch to Justin McConnell. And they'll check over to first base again, and Luke Card back easy.
Bottom 7, 2 outs, runner on first. Raiders lead at 5-2. 5 runs, 7 hits, 1 error for the Raiders. 2 runs, 9 hits, 1 error for the Sycamores.
Richter enters his stretch. Here's the pitch to McConnell inside. Ball 1.
This is the first time these two programs have played each other since 1997, and it's the first time ever these two teams have played each other at Nischwitz Stadium.
2-0 count here to Justin McConnell. Great shortstop. He swings and misses 2-1. Looked like a heater there from Richter.
Yeah, it sounded like one too. Rain Richter trying to get his 7th out here out of the bullpen. 2-1 count. McConnell up, Patrick on deck.
Lukart standing just off first base. McConnell at the plate with 2 outs, and then they'll check over to first base. Ball gets away from the first baseman, but Lukart stays put.
If he held on to that ball, that was going to be a really close play.
It certainly was.
Raiders do have a guy warming up in the bullpen. It is a right-hander. I would assume that Garrett Simpson's day may end after 2 innings just so they can keep him for another game of the series.
Here's the 2-1 pitch to McConnell. He fouls it back 2-2.
And that was pitch number 44 today by Rain Richter. He's thrown 20 strikes out of 44 pitches.
2-2 count here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Pick over to first, and safe is the Lukart.
He faked the ball getting away there to see if Lukart would go. That was a pretty nice play there by Hines.
Smart play by Hines. Didn't fool Lukart, though. 2-2 count here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Raiders lead 5-2. Here at 5:21 p.m. in Fairborn, Ohio. 2-2 pitch to McConnell.
Got him.
And he went, and McConnell strikes out. That's how we will end the 7th inning, folks. 8th inning coming up. Raiders lead 5-2 here at Nischwitz Stadium. Stay with us here on WWSU 106.9.
8th inning here at Nischwitz Stadium. 5-2 Raiders lead, and the new pitcher into the game for the Raiders, number 17, Tristan Hout, the junior right-hander. First pitch on the way as he faces Isaiah Thompson, and that one falls, and Lukart does a really nice job to keep that one in front of him. But it is a leadoff hitter, or a leadoff base runner, I should say, for Thompson. Took it into the left center field gap. Lukart did extend for it. Was able to keep that ball in front of him. Nice play.
Yeah, Tristan Hott, great player. Veteran leadership in this bullpen for this Wright State pitching staff. A lot of talent. He can mix his pitches really well. He can throw pretty hard, too. So they're going to bring Hott in, and I think we're going to have him finish out the game today. Try to get the last 6 outs.
So we'll see.
Some quick stoppage in play here.
Yeah, we'll see. It might be a pinch hitter coming to the plate.
Oh.
And that's going to be Jackson Taylor, the sophomore lefty, coming in to pinch hit for Grant McGill.
So,
other catcher on this roster, they're thinking maybe number 3, Luis Hernandez. We may see behind the plate in the bottom of the 8th. First pitch outside from Tristan Hott. Taylor, a sophomore infielder. And that one fouled off.
Jackson Taylor, like you said, Shea, the sophomore infielder from Muncie, Indiana, went to Yorktown High School, 5'11", 164-pound infielder. He's a transfer so not a transfer, Indiana State, out of high school. Great infielder is Taylor.
1-1 pitch here to the pinch hitter is down. 2-1. Off of first goes Thompson, takes his lead. That one is high. 3-1 to the pinch hitter, Jackson Taylor. So McGill's day is done. He went 0 for 3, but he did have an RBI. Three-one pitch, roped in the right field, base hit. Thompson rounds, but will hold at second as Sarah makes the play back in.
That's a great play right there by Taylor. He just smacked that ball right over the head of Anglin. He tried to jump for it. It was just out of his reach. So, a pretty quick start here for the Sycamores in the top of the 8th.
Seth Gergley will come up, the 9-hole hitter. I would not be surprised if we see him try to bunt the runners over here. Set up Jordan Schaefer, who's had a great day today. We'll see runners on first and second. Nobody out here in the top of the 8th inning.
Gergley 0 for 2 today with a walk.
Swings at the first pitch, hits it well. Luke Hard has it. Runner tags, and Thompson will be into third, so it will be a fly out for Gergley. Thompson moves up to third. Staying at first is Taylor. And it'll be runners on the corners with one out, as here comes Jordan Schaefer. Schaefer 3 for 4 today. He's been a problem for the Raider pitching staff.
He has. Schaefer is just an unbelievably talented player. He 3 for 4, 3 singles. Talented guy is Jordan Schaefer. He's one of the players to watch. He's on the Player of the Year watch for Indiana State. He's recognized on the preseason Missouri Valley Conference All-Conference team. He earned a nod on the perfect game All Missouri Valley preseason team after a strong year last year.
Yeah, he hasn't done anything today to make me think otherwise.
Absolutely. Last year,
3 hits.
He finished with 20 multi-hit games, 14 multi-run contests. He led the Sycamores in both of those categories. He had 7 multi-RBI games and a trio of games with 4 of them. 11 for 13 stolen base attempts, and he's had a .432 on-base percentage and .521 slugging last year. So talented player is Jordan Schaefer.
1-1 pitch is on the outside corner, strike 2. 1-2 on Schaefer. That was a nice play in the Indiana State dugout there on that foul ball. One of the guys snagged it barehanded. Now 1-2 to Schaefer. A ground ball here would be enormous for Tristan Hott. And he gets a ground ball. Got to turn it quick. They get the out at second. They will not have time to turn it. So it will be an RBI ground out for Jordan Schaefer. Hott gets the talented leadoff hitter out. And it'll be a runner on first with 2 outs. But it's 5-3 as the Indiana State Sycamore is able to scratch a run across on the fielder's choice.
Yeah, it was a great play. Great defensive play. Smart play by Arnold to get the lead runner. No chance to make the play at home plate. Get it over to second base. Get the sure out.
So 2 outs, runner on first, 5-3 our score, top 8. First pitch, grounded foul. Right at first by Parker Stinson. Stinson 0 for 2 today. He's drawn 2 walks. But he has been caught stealing by Sammy Sasson. What a play that was by the Raider catcher. So here's the 0-1 from Tristan Hott. Raiders and Sycamores have been deadlocked for a majority of this game. Raiders trying to hang on to a 2-run lead. That one down and in. 1-1. On deck is Josue Urdaneta. Talented 3-hole hitter.
Raiders got 2 guys warming up in the bullpen down there, both righties. For ISU, they have a righty warming up in the bullpen of their own.
Swing and a miss there by Stinson. 1-2. Nice off speed there from Tristan Hott. And he's 1 strike away from getting out of this with just 1 run on the scoreboard. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Sass calls. That one fouled back. Hott tried to overpower him. Stinson able to fight it off. And we'll do it again. Good speed from Schaefer at first. Tying run at the plate. 2 down, 2 strikes. And a swing and a miss. Ball gets away from Sass. He finds it. He throws, and he got him. Inning over. Tristan Hott works his way out of a 1-run jam. And we go to the bottom of the 8th. Raiders 5, Sycamores 3. Do the Raiders have another run in them? We'll find out when we come back on WWSU 106.9. Bottom of the 8th, Andrew Patrick will lead it off for the Wright State Raiders. Rain Richter remains on the mound, and he has a new battery mate. It's the freshman Luis Hernandez, as the Sycamores got a run across the plate in the top half, but nice job by Tristan Hott to limit the damage. And the Raiders have a 2-run lead here in the bottom of the 8th.
Yeah, Hernandez, the new catcher, a 6 foot, 188-pound freshman right-hander. He's from Garabo, Puerto Rico. He went to the Puerto Rico Baseball Academy.
First pitch from Richter is up and in.
Must be good at baseball, Shea, to go to the Puerto Rico Baseball Academy.
I would assume so. And then find your way to Terre Haute, Indiana. Home, the house that Larry built.
Yeah.
That is upstairs. Patrick able to hold up 2-0.
That one looked like a great pitch down the middle.
Sure did.
Thought it'd be called a strike, but umpire sides with the batter right there.
2-0. Patrick swing and a miss. Nice pitch down and in there, and the freshman goes fishing for it. So here's the 2-1. Richter from the stretch, and that is strike 2, outside corner. They've really been...
Now, how is the first pitch a ball, but that pitch right there is a strike? That's confuses me.
That's what I'm wondering, too. And I think Steve Miller has really been consistent with that outside part of the zone, giving them that extra, couple inches off the plate there. And that one fouled off by Patrick. We'll do it again, 2-2. .534 here in the Gem City. Raiders 5, Sycamores 3. Game 1 of 3 this weekend at the Nisch. 2-2 pitch, fouled off again by the freshman Andrew Patrick. And Noah Kindig, friend of the station, sports reporter for the Wright State Guardian. We knew about Sammy Sass, we knew about Alex Sayre, but Noah asked Coach Sogard, who's a guy to watch out for this team this year? And Coach Sogard instantly said, Andrew Patrick, this kid's a future star. Fouls that one back. We'll do it again.
Yeah, and he's showing it right here. He keeps his fight up at the plate. He has great plate discipline, great vision. He's fighting to stay alive here, and that's what you really respect out of a hitter. You don't want a hitter to kind of just give up on it and just swing at anything. So he's keeping himself alive in the box there, and it's great to see.
So let's do it again. 2-2 pitch. That one fouled back.
It's right there again. This is my point exactly right there. He's fighting to stay alive.
And with a guy that throws a lot of off speed like Rain Richter, the more you fight off the heat, the more likely you are to get a hanging breaking ball. And Andrew Patrick has shown this year that he can hammer hanging breaking balls. He has 2 doubles and 9 RBIs. And he chased that one there. Slider down and away. Nice pitch. 1 down.
Yeah. 9-pitch at bat right there for Andrew Patrick.
That's what we call, a solid out.
55, Julian Greenwell.
So Greenwell will step to the plate for the 5th time today. He has a walk, a hit by pitch, a hit, as well as a fly out.
A home run.
Home run to lead off the game. Greenwell swing at the first pitch and fouls it off. Richter just threw his 55th pitch of the day out of the bullpen. Both teams have had really solid days pitching all around. Raiders got that 3-run fifth.
Yeah, Indiana State's used 4 pitchers today. Wright State has used 3 to this point. Still got a few guys up in the bullpen for both teams.
Swing and a miss, 0-2 on Greenwell, as that looked like a changeup that was fading away. And quickly in the driver's seat is Richter. 0-2. Gallagher warming up for the Raiders. That's the freshman, number 37, Chris Gallagher. And for Indiana State, it's number 33, the junior Connor Fenlong. Fouled off by Greenwell, 0-2. Also warming up for the Sycamores, number 37, Brennan Cutts, freshman. So it's Cutts and Fenlong in the Indiana State bullpen, Gallagher in the Raider bullpen. Greenwell pokes that one to left. Long run, Stinson. Stinson can't get it, and it falls and gets by him. Greenwell to second. Greenwell rounds. Greenwell to third. And in with a triple is Julian Greenwell.
What a day Julian Greenwell's had. Hit the home run to lead off the game. And, he's had a couple of great plays. He has a triple. He has a home
7
run.
total bases.
An RBI is 7 total bases, like Shea just said. So what a day for number 55.
Absolutely. Greenwell's first home run of the year. Greenwell's first triple of the year as well. There's a first for everything, and it's been a day of firsts for Julian Greenwell. Now Sayre will have a big chance to get his 3rd RBI of the season and give the Raiders that run right back. First pitch. And just a hair inside.
Nice job of Sayre to get out of the way there. It was just a little bit closer to the plate. I think he could have turned on that one, but a little too far inside there.
1-0 pitch. Outside, 2-0, and Alex Sayre in a hitter's count here. With a run on third, 1 out. Greenwell tripled after the strikeout of Andrew Patrick. Richter trying to keep it 5-3. Sayre trying to get the Raiders at least 1. 2-0. Sayre roped down the line. Greenwell will score with ease. Sayre will try for 2 and make it with a 1-out RBI double, and the Raiders get that run right back and lead it 6-3.
Nice play there by Sayre. Turns that one, swings just a bit early, puts the ball in the perfect position down the third base line, falls just inside the foul line to make it a fair ball. Greenwell scores easily from third, and looks like we're going to have a pitching change here for the Sycamores.
Yeah, we will, and we'll see which one that is. I believe that looks like 37, but I can't be positive.
And it is 37.
So that's Brennan Cutts coming in, the freshman. Was one of the 2 relievers up there for Indiana State. And
Cutts, the 6'2", 237-pound freshman right-hander from Greenup, Illinois. Went to Toledo Cumberland High School.
he's got a great frame on him for a freshman. A lot of these freshmen come in really skinny, kind of, like projects, you should say. This guy's come in and he looks like a college pitcher day one. And he'll try to get this last 2 outs of the 8th inning after the triple by Greenwell, the double by Sayre. We'll step away for 60 seconds. When we come back, it's Sammy Sass trying to pad the Raiders' lead. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back to the Nish in 60 seconds. Brennan Cutts on the mound here for the Sycamores. Bottom of the 8th, 1 out. Alex Sayre delivered an RBI double for the Raiders to make it 6-3. I'm Shea Neal, alongside with me, Parker Testa. A lot of fun here today in the booth. And it will be Sammy Sass stepping into the plate. with Sarah on second.
Batting for the Raiders, the catcher, number 11, Sammy Sass.
Sass, what a day he's had. 2 hits, 2 RBIs, a walk. Great day behind the plate. Great player for Alex Sogard is Sammy Sass, reigning Horizon League Freshman of the Year. That one, did he go? No, he did not. Ball 1.
Sammy Sass has had a great day himself. He had a great RBI double there in the bottom of the 5th inning. There's 2 RBIs today. What a day for Sammy.
That one just a bit high, 2-0. Urdaneta tried to sneak up on Sarah there behind second base, but Cut's electing not to throw it. Popped up there on that one. Playable for Hines, and the catch is made for out number 2. So with Sarah on second, 2 outs, Zane Harris will step up to the plate.
The designated hitter, number 39, Zane Harris.
Harris has a hit today, a strikeout, was robbed of an RBI hit his last time up, hit a rope to first base, and Hines made a great play down there on that first baseline. But now a chance for a 2-out knock and try to add on to the Raiders' 3-run lead. That one, a fake and a bluff back to second. Sayre back, no problem. 2 hours, 44 minutes into this one, and we sit with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th inning. Raiders 6, Sycamores 3. Here's the first pitch to Harris. It is a strike on the outside corner.
Yeah, that's a good pitch there by Cutts. You know, he's just a great player. Paint the outside corner right there for Harris. Locked up Harris right there. Nothing Harris can do right there except stare at it.
So Sayre leads off second. 0-1 pitch here to Zane Harris. And that one a little too far outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs. Raiders with 9 hits today to go with 6 runs. Sycamores 3 runs on 11 hits. Game 1 of a 3-game set. Game 2 tomorrow, 11 a.m. Game 3 Sunday at 1. Tomorrow we expect to see Jake Shirk on the mound for the Wright State Raiders.
Hernandez will go out to the mound and talk with Cutts about strategy here with a 1-1 count.
Yeah, I think they're changing up the signs with Sayre on second, making sure that no information can get relayed to Harris, because obviously any mistake and Zane Harris can make you pay in a big way. So 1-1, 2 outs, bottom 8, 6-3. Cutts, the freshman from the stretch. Outside, 2 balls, 1 strike. And they're staying away from Zane Harris. If he gets those arms, you know, if he gets those hands in on the baseball, gets that ball inside, that's where he likes it, and that's where he can pull it out of the park. So Cutts trying to stay away here, and I think that's probably the best bet if you're Indiana State.
It is. Keep it off. Keep it on the other side of the plate from Harris, because like you said, if he gets anything inside, he'll pop it.
That pitch is popped. Left field, Stinson long run, and got it. Hits the deck, makes the catch, loses the hat, but gets the ball. We're off to the 9th inning. Raiders get 1 run on a pair of hits, a Greenwell triple and a Sayre double. The Raiders 6, the Sycamores 3. The Raiders trying to get 3 outs and close it out when we come back.
Top of the 9th inning here at Nischwitz Stadium. Wright State leads Indiana State 6-3. I'm Parker Testa, joined here by Shea Neal. It'll be the second baseman, Josue Urdaneta, to lead off the inning. First pitch outside, ball 1. We appreciate you joining us all afternoon here today and all season long on WWSU 106.9 FM. That was the second pitch. It's 2-0. And third pitch is 3-0. It's 3-0 count here. Urdaneta, Tristan Hott back out onto the mound for his second inning of work, trying to close out a Raider win today. 3-0 count. In there for a strike. 3-1. And for Urdaneta, he's 1 for 3 today with a strikeout. And there's another pitch, 3-2. Hott has come back from a 3-0 count. And Bud's ball 4. So Urdaneta will walk.
Nice plate vision there. Urdaneta does not draw a ton of walks. Only 2 on the season heading into today. But big at bat there. The Sycamores need base runners here in the 9th, and that's a good way to get it started.
So Urdaneta on.
And this is going to be a pinch hitter, sophomore Connor Hicks in for Hines.
Sophomore catcher is Hicks. After the leadoff walk for Tristan Hott, here's the first pitch to Hicks. He fouls that one down the first base line, 0-1.
One 0-1 pitch on the way.
That one outside, 1-1.
It's your call.
One count to Connor Hicks. Now it's outside, 2-1. Connor Hicks, the sophomore catcher, 6'1", 211 pounds, from Toronto, Ontario. Went to Mineral Area Community College.
Swing and a miss there, 2-2. Nice pitch there from Hott, and he's back into the seat for Connor Hicks.
Two count. Top of the 9th inning, nobody out. Urdaneta standing off of first base. That one foul and out of play down the third base line. We'll do it again. Two count. 6-3. Here's the pitch to Hicks. Foul down the third base line again. 2-2 yet again.
This is a big pitch here for Tristan Hott. You cannot let the tying run come to the plate here. You got to make a pitch here. 2-2. Backdoor. Got him.
That's a great pitch. Indiana State dugout, not a fan of that one, but nonetheless, we have a first out here in the top of the 9th inning.
It's a beautiful pitch by Tristan Hott.
Yeah,
Backdoor slider. And now Sean Ross, who hit the cover off the ball his last time up, cannot tie the game.
Sean Ross into the left, or into the right-hander's batter's box, and he hit him. So Tristan Hott, leadoff walk for Urdaneta. He sends down Hicks, and then he hits Sean Ross. Tying run comes to the plate, and it comes in the form of the third baseman, Randall Diaz.
And this is not the spot you wanted to be in. Diaz and Thompson have both had very nice days at the plate. They've reached a combined 5 times in 8 at-bats, or in 7 at-bats. Yeah, 8 plate appearances, excuse me. So They're having a .625 on base percentage today, so this is the part of the order that's really giving Wright State the hardest time. But we'll see what they do.
So we'll have mound meeting. Coach Sogard will make his way to the mound. We're going to have
pitching change, it looks like.
Looks like we'll have a double switch.
They're going to send number 1 Avery Fisher out to center field.
And they're going to take Luke Hart from center field. We're going to see Jay Luke Hart go to the mound here. We talked about his versatility earlier, and it's going to be on display for us this afternoon. And we're going to see, again, Avery Fisher, the freshman infielder.
Luke Hart's going to go for the very rare 2 times on base and getting the save kind of day. But that's where we're at right now. Jay Luke Hart on the mound. Avery Fisher into center field.
Now pitching for the Raiders.
Luke Hart, 5'11" lefty. Sophomore. Doesn't have a hit today, but he has been on base twice, a pair of walks. And now they're going to try and see if he can sit down Diaz and Thompson to end this one.
Appreciate you joining us this afternoon on WWSU 106.9 FM. Parker Testa, Shea, Neal joining you here from Nischwitz Stadium in Fairborn, Ohio on this what turned out to be a really nice Thursday afternoon.
Gotta love when the weather cooperates.
About 50 degrees here in Fairborn. Sunny. So Luke Hart throwing his warm-up pitches now. We're going to see the field disperse here. And
the jackets are coming out here, Parker. It's starting to cool down a little bit.
So Avery Fisher goes to center field. Jay Luke Hart goes from center field to the pitching mound. And he'll face Randall Diaz.
Diaz had a nice day. 2 hits in his first 2 at-bats. They have been able to get him out the last couple times, but 3 hard hit balls and 4 plate appearances today for Randall Diaz. This is not a freshman that you consider a pushover out. So Luke Hart will work from the stretch. Runners on first and second, 1 out.
Here's the pitch to Diaz. Strike 1 on Randall Diaz. So 1 count here to Diaz.
Luke Hart steps off. 6 runs, 9 hits for the Raiders. 3 runs, 11 hits for the Sycamores. They got base runners in this inning on a walk and a hit batter. Sandwiched in between is a strikeout of Hines. Of
6, 4, 3. They turn the double play, and that's how we will end it today here at Nischwitz Stadium. Our final score, Wright State 6 and Indiana State 3. We will be back for the WSU Raider postgame show in just a few minutes here on WWSU 106.9. It's the WSU Raider postgame show here live from Nischwitz Stadium on the campus of Wright State University. Parker Testa, Shea, Neal joining me here. Raiders winners today, 6-3 in 8.5 innings. 11 hits for Indiana State, 9 hits for Wright State, 1 error apiece for each team. Leading the way for the Wright State Raiders today, at least in the batting area, that is, Julian Greenwell led off the game with a solo shot. We're joined here by head coach Alex Sogard. Coach, congratulations on the win. What did you see that you liked from your guys today?
Yeah, thanks, guys. Thanks for having me. I thought we played a complete game today. It's something we talked about a lot with our guys, playing 1 through 9 regardless of the score. I think the first inning was huge for us. Ernst got the first 2 guys got on base, so it was first and second, nobody out, and he held them to no runs that inning. And then Julian with the home run right away. It was really good momentum shift for us. and kind of set the tone early for us. But I thought overall we played good defense. I think we can be better. But Aaron giving us 5 innings is huge, especially the first game in the series. And then Garrett Simpson kind of did what he's been doing. He came in throwing strikes, mixing pitches, and pitched 2 big innings for us. And then the bullpen was really good today. Tristan Hott got 4 big outs, and then Jay Lucart coming in, getting the big double play. So
Absolutely. Coach, you mentioned Aaron Ernst. He got 5 innings, got the win today. Of course, he's coming off some injuries, coming off of, sitting 2 years, but today was definitely his best outing of the year. That off speed was really working for him from the start of the game. What did you see from Aaron today, and what can he do moving forward?
Yeah, I think he's gotten better every week and he has such an electric fastball. He's just been trying to improve the command of it. And so today he was able to land a lot of sliders to help him get the release point of the fastball. And he started to really settle in, innings 3, 4, and 5. I think the 5th inning was his best inning. We planned on sending him back out there, but we had a long 5th inning. It was about 30 minutes, and he was up there in pitches, so we decided to pull the plug on him. But he's getting more comfortable. You can tell he's slowly getting more comfortable because, again, it's been a few years since he's been pitching in real games.
All right, Coach, we appreciate your time. Congratulations on the win, and good luck to the rest of the weekend.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
All right, so for Shea, Neal to my right, for Patrick Smolczyk back in our studio, and all of you listening at home, I'm Parker Testa saying so long from Nischwitz Stadium, where our final is again Wright State 6 and Indiana State 3. We'll be back tomorrow at 10:45, 11 o'clock first pitch. We'll see you soon on WWSU 106.9.